What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Sir Jam and your boy Sir Notch for episode 32 for those of us with our Mexican heritage. What up for January 25th? Notch and I are recording on a Saturday, but you guys will listen to this on your Monday for your evening, your morning, and whatever time you listen to us. Notch, say what up to our listeners.
Listeners, episode 32. How's
Hey
everybody
man,
doing?
I'm
T,
doing
how
all
you
right,
doing?
man. It's very chill. It's been cold as shit. I know you've seen the snow here in CO. Um,
I'm telling you guys this right now. This
oh
is my
shit.
fault. I don't care what any. There's two things in life that I could guarantee
Uh
will
oh.
happen to me. Right. So I'm a huge Nuggets, Avs, and Broncos fan. If I bet on them, they
Oh
will
fuck.
automatically lose.
So then you got to
That's
go for
just
the opposite.
fact. So I stopped
Oh.
betting. No. Just on if even in the game. If I bet on the game, they will lose. It's a superstition I have. The other thing is, I bring the weather with me. I don't know what the hell happened. So when I moved to from when I moved from Pueblo to Parker, we got some crazy
Uh-huh.
storms that Parker had never seen. Then I moved from Parker to Springs, and I lived on the north part of Springs. And then all of a sudden we got crazy blizzards, and it was like, oh my gosh, the most snow they've ever seen. And I was like, gosh damn it. Moved back up to Parker. Parker
Mm-hmm.
got crazy snow. In the meantime, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to my family down here in Pueblo, and I'm like, hey, how's the snow? They were like, it's barely even snowed, blah, 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 this. So then we come down here, all of a sudden it's fucking snowing like crazy. Fact, up in Parker, it hasn't snowed as much or
Okay.
any
That's
like it has been
crazy.
down here.
That's
That's freaking crazy,
crazy.
dude. Like, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But the funny thing is that I'm so used to snow. My neighbors, like me, I have to be proactive with snow because I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to hurt myself, like
Mm-hmm.
shoveling, because I hurt my back one time. So I'm constantly out there. I've got the leaf blower, I got the snow shovels, and my neighbors just look at me, and I'm like, you guys should be
Mm-hmm.
doing this because tomorrow I'm barely going to have this much, and you guys are going to have this big ass
Mm-hmm.
pile, and
Yeah,
that's going to be
not
on
just
me.
preemptive
So,
on it. He's premeditated. He's like, look,
dude, I'm
man, I
active on that
work. I'm an
shit, dude.
adult.
Like,
I got insurance.
I
Like
hate snow.
I hate driving in the snow. The snow scares me. Like I've never wrecked in the snow. Knock on wood, but I've never wrecked in the snow, and it fears me to wreck because the ways that I have to go to work, I have to go through so many hills and
Yeah,
turns and shit that I'm like I'm gonna peel out and I'm gonna run
yeah,
into somebody's house, and I'm not ready for that. Like I don't want that. Like I've had one little fender bender in my life, and I've never had any crashes. Knock on wood again. I don't want
yeah.
that shit
Knock
to
on
happen
wood.
to
See,
me. So I'm with you, Notch. I
yeah.
fucking hate the snow. Driving in it. I
See,
hate
driving
driving
doesn't
in it.
bother me. I
And I
think
got a
because
truck.
I did it so
Okay.
much for
I
my
got a
career.
truck.
Yeah, you have your truck. Dude, when I was traveling from Parker to Springs for a job, I remember it was Mother's Day and I called my mom because I was driving from
Hmm.
Springs back up to Parker. And I called her and I was like, I might turn around because it's
Okay.
snowing like
Okay.
crazy. I remember because she's like, it's Mother's Day. Why don't you turn around? We could celebrate the next day. And I was like, no. I've got my Tiburon
I
on
remember
this
that one. I remember that
two-door
one.
sports car. And I'm just chugging along on 83.
Mm.
I spun out twice. And both times, I'm just sitting there like,
Nope.
oh my god, this sucks.
Nope.
Nobody stopped and helped me. I was like, you
Is
assholes. Like,
anybody gonna help?
so I had to figure it out by myself. Yeah, I was just like, all
No.
right, cool, I'll figure this out. But driving's, I just don't like snow. I don't like the cold. I don't like snow. Ronnie's always trying to
No.
get me to go snowboarding. I saw a video of this guy trapped upside
Nope.
down and he had to get dug out.
Nope.
And I was like, fuck you, Ronnie.
See, and
I am not
Miles
going
Miles goes
snowboarding. Like,
snowboarding
no.
in Loveland, and so does my coworker. They go to Loveland, Breck, Monarch, whatever. They go to all those. Where I'm like, I'm at this age where I don't feel like snowboarding or skiing. Like if I'm gonna, and I don't even like when I went to
Yeah.
Cripple Creek last year, I was terrified because the roads were slick. It was up and down. Nope. And I get anxiety when I drive anyway, when I do shit like that, because I love driving. I'm a great driver, but I don't like doing windy roads, slick roads and shit. No, no. I even told everybody in the car, I was like, everybody shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm just scared. I'm nervous. Like, please don't be offended. I'm anxious with it. I hate it. I hate it driving to 11 mile. Like, I don't like driving on mountain terrain. And
Dang, and 11 miles
it's
not
not
that
that
hard to get
hard, but
up to.
when we went, it was a little
Bro,
scary.
when you go through passes,
Nope.
when you go through some of those
Nope.
passes, I drove through Wolf Creek Pass south to get to past Alamosa. I forgot where it was, like almost no,
Oh,
it wasn't
Durango's
Durango. Yeah,
scary.
it was close to
Yeesh.
Pagosa Springs.
Uh-huh.
I had to drive to Pagosa Springs, and I did it in the middle of had to been like February.
Nope.
There was still snow in the
Nope.
middle of the night driving to go pick somebody up.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
that was definitely rough. The only thing that's really good, I have really bad eyesight, but for some reason, I could see animals
Okay.
on the side of the road.
Okay.
I could pick
Okay.
them out like right away. I could see those fuckers. I don't know why. I just have this like, I could see the reflection. I could see
Mm.
their silhouette and stuff
Nope.
like that. So I'll be like, oh shit, there's a deer, and people are like, what are you
Oh,
talking about?
there's
Oh
a
god,
deer.
there's a deer. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, you want it.
so so before we get into this episode of 32, welcome back, guys. Let's pay the bills. For those of you guys that are listening to us, our handsome voices on your favorite audio platforms, whether it's Spotify, Apple, whatever platform that you guys listen to your favorite podcast, because this is your favorite podcast out of Colorado, make sure you guys follow that podcast and make sure you guys go into the comments. Make sure you guys leave us a solid review, which is 5 stars is recommended. But when you do, say it from the chest, say it off top of the dome, and make sure you unloosen your bra when you talk with us. Also, I have to always say it, Notch. And also, those of you guys that are watching our handsome faces on YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and chit chat in the comments. And also watch the shorts. We've been seeing the numbers on the shorts, and I love it. But what we need you guys to do is shut up for a second and just hit the red button and just subscribe. There's so many views, but nobody's subscribing and nobody's hitting the like or the dislike button. So either you like or dislike it, just hit a subscription notice, and that way you guys know, and maybe in the future there's going to be an episode that you guys love. Also, head over to the Cool Attire shop. I know I'm rocking the Cool Attire hat. I hate how it fits on me, but it looks okay on camera. I don't like how it looks in the mirror. But this is not available unless you guys want it, and it'll be available on Patreon, and it's patreon.com/jamandnotch. But also there's hoodies, t-shirts, and everything that you need for your Jam and Notch needs and your Cool Attire needs. Make sure you guys go over to the Cool Hub, which is Notch has been a pleasurable man to curate the hub for all of us. And make sure you guys be on the lookout for Normalize. Nacho and I, we've been talking about a lot of things. A lot of things have been talking. I actually have some stuff in mind that I have been going over when it comes to No More Lies. So be on the lookout for that, and also listen to those episodes. Dream Lounge, It's Just a Nightmare channel. And guys, just send it to your friends and family. Send it to your mom, your grandma and them, and someone else who's a neighbor. Because what we do here, it's free for you to listen, it's free for you to watch, and it takes everything for us to give you guys content for you guys to listen and watch. And we love doing this. We love talking shit. We love chatting shit. This is what we do. We did this before we had a camera in front of us. We did this before we had a mic in front of us. And all we need you guys to do is just follow your boys and just do your due diligence and just be great. And yeah, just share it, man. Just
Share,
share.
share. Share it. Sharing is caring. Share it with your family, with grandma.
Yeah.
Share it with
Share it,
grandma
grandma.
so they can
Just
listen to
and
us.
just
We're
just
wholesome.
preface.
We just do recipes. We
Just
don't talk
preface,
shit.
because
We don't
grandma's
do
going to be
stupid
like,
stuff on here.
"Oh, I remember when diamonds were real." Well, that's your fault, grandma. But anyway, but my boy Notch has a question for us. Oh,
I've
it's
got a
for
question
me.
for you,
Okay.
T.
I thought it's for
Yeah, well,
everybody,
it's
but
for everybody, but it's for for everybody, but since you're here, we can't really talk to
Yeah,
them
you're
because they're
right.
not
You're right.
liking and
But I bet you
subscribing
they're
and
I bet you they're shouting at their
just joking.
radio or their
Just
headphones
kidding.
talking out loud.
I know they're like, this fucking idiot. This guy thinks the world is
Fucking
round.
Trizzy. Well, what's the question?
I apologize yesterday, or the last episode. We went a little off because the dude was a little gone and wasn't answering my damn question. So, T, have you ever came across something that you didn't realize or didn't know, and you're like, damn, I'm
We are
30. How
38.
old are we?
We're
28?
28.
No,
Sorry,
we're
I forgot. I
28.
forgot.
Come on.
Yeah.
Actually, we're only
Oh,
20.
you did
I
forget to
forgot to
say
say
that on the
that too.
last episode.
Yes. That's what happened. Is Trey got me so wild I forgot a lot of shit. Just so you know, everybody, if you want to know your real age,
Yeah,
TJ and
we
I
are.
are only
We
20
are.
years old.
We are.
Just so you
They
know,
even
we can't
tell
even
us
buy
that
alcohol
they
right now.
always ID us every time we go to like the liquor store. If you need to be ID'd, like, you look young. What's your ID? I'm like, yes.
Right? Like,
I,
don't look
hey,
at that
I
one
got gray hair.
gray
Don't
haired
look at my
silver hair
goatee.
coming
Don't
in.
look at my goatee.
Dude, I don't have. I know we're going off track, but I got like
Oh,
blonde and red going
that's
on
your
right here.
Hispanic roots
It's
because
weird.
I got gray. I got gray growing on. Even my mom was
Yeah, I
like,
don't got
"Oh, let
gray.
me get this hair out." She goes, "Oh, you're turning gray." I was like, "Yeah, it's these badass kids and my wife." Go ahead.
All right, back to the question. So being 20 years old, have you ever thought, man, that's something I didn't know. That's crazy. I'm 20 right now, 28 or
Hmm.
38, however old you want to be, and you're like, I was today
All the
years old
time.
and I didn't know that. Do you have
All the time.
anything
All
that
the
comes to mind?
time. There was what was
What comes to
one?
mind?
I freaking seen it. It was what was it? I just stumbled upon it. Um I'm gonna get back to you. I know I have one, but I know you got some for us. Go ahead and get me.
Yeah. So I was on Twitter and I saw a whole bunch of people and it just made me think of some stuff and I Googled some more because I was like, dang, that's crazy. But I just wanted to go over some stuff of I was today
Okay.
years old off of Twitter and I thought some of them were really cool. One of them was today years old when I found out the bottom of the Gatorade bottle is made to hold the cap.
No way.
If you take the orange cap and you stick it on the bottle, it's actually fit to hold it so you
What?
won't lose it.
I've never tried it. But see, okay, so here's my
Yeah.
thing when it comes to these because there's a lot of stuff where there's like tags where they use and the bread ties that are different colors on what day of the week that it was made.
Yeah.
Why aren't those like ingrained in like everyday culture? Why don't they let people know that?
I think it's because it's not an
But
inconvenience,
is it
more
just
of
for the
a
vendor?
it's like a tiny grain of yeah, it's more for
Okay.
the vendor than
Yeah.
anything. I mean, it's cool to know. I mean, it's the same thing when you think of going to like they tell you to eat fruits and vegetables
Mm-hmm.
if you go to any store, and if it's 4 digits, not to touch it because it's
Oh,
cleaned with
I did not
pesticides.
know
You want
that.
the longer digits, so you a lot of things like, and this is just showing that I used to work at Walmart, but I remember like 411, I think is bananas or lettuce. I think that's
I think
bananas.
that is
4011,
bananas. I think that is
I think
bananas.
that's bananas. But 4011 is 4 digits, and that means it's not organic, and it's also cleaned with pesticides and stuff
Wow.
like that. And you should stay
Okay,
away from all
okay.
that. T. I was today years old when I found out the game tag stands
Yes,
for
okay.
touch and go.
I put this on Instagram like 6 episodes ago, and someone reached out. They were like, "What's something that you're today years old and you didn't know?" And somebody goes, "My kid came home and said, 'Have you ever played Touch and Go?'" And they're like, "No, what is that?" And then he looked at it, and it was an acronym, TAG. I was like, "Holy
Yep,
shit! Holy shit!"
that is
Yep, Touch and
freaking
Go.
crazy, right?
What's another one?
I was today years old when I realized the numbers on a toaster are
I
minutes
found that
and
out
not
too.
levels.
I
I did not know that shit. I just don't even fuck with the toaster. I literally put that on one, and I look at it and I'm like,
Yeah, it's
yeah, that
good.
kind of looks good. It's not like I don't like my toast like
No,
crazy burnt. I just
no.
like it barely,
Yeah,
barely even like golden brown. So I keep that shit on one. But yeah, that's minutes. I want to know if that's minutes. What the hell you're putting in a toaster that requires? I'm looking at this
Yeah,
toaster and
who's
it says
putting shit
7
in there?
minutes.
Who's putting something in there?
The fuck you toasted in for
Who's
7
putting something in
minutes?
there that's 7 minutes? I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, I know. I heard that a couple years
T.
ago.
That's funny. T. I was today years old when I realized Arby's is just pronounced as RBs, the letter RBs, which is short for roast beef.
Damn. I never noticed that. I didn't know that. Okay, so another thing
Yep.
with Arby's, why is all their meat so cheap? Have you seen the SNL skit? Have you seen the
That
SNL skit where
is,
they're like, you could get 4 sandwiches for $3? Wait, where are you getting this meat from? It's like the episode of Bob's
yeah. And
Burgers
it's
where they were
like,
getting horse
well,
meat.
it's it's the cow episode. Don't kill the cow. Bob's putting a wig on it. Cows can't go downstairs. Um, yeah, no, I don't get it. It's. I think about it and I'm like,
It
that doesn't
doesn't.
even sound appealing. Like roast beef sandwiches, like their sandwich, their classic is literally roast beef
That's it.
with
That's all.
bread.
And some
That's it.
cheese.
Like not even the cheese,
Oh,
not the
oh,
no
the
no no no. They're
classic.
classic. The cheddar
You're right.
one, you could
You're
get the
right.
cheddar one,
You're
but
right.
their classic one is that one. Which I'm like, who the hell was like, bro? I just
Mm.
want some bread and meat. Like, it's and that's also me too. I cannot eat a sandwich. I can't eat a meal without
Oh,
like
I got you.
veggies.
Yeah.
I have, and it's not like I want to be healthy. I just can't eat
Yeah,
something
I
that's
need
just
something
straight meat and
else.
cheese
Mm-hmm.
and bread. Like my brother will go to McDonald's or like Burger King. Love the Whopper. I love the Whopper because it's got tomatoes, it's got
Mm-hmm.
onions, it's got lettuce. Like that's a hamburger. And I look at
Plain.
his and it's just like patty, cheese, patty, cheese. I'm like, oh, bro, dude,
Nasty.
that's gross.
I need
Can't do it.
something else to help my stomach. I was today years old when I found out that we're not old heads. There's a actual age group. Youngins are 13 to 24 to be called big bro. You're between the age of 25 to 35. And we're unk. We're in the unk level. 36 to 48. We're called unk. And to be called an old head, pops, or old school, you have to be between the age of 49 and 60 plus. Yep, so we're at
What
the
the
unk
heck?
stage, Notch. Well, unk stage or big bro.
Big bro. Come on, big bro. This one was pretty crazy about logos. So I was today years old when I found out that the Twitter logo, the
Mm-hmm.
bird, the little tweet bird, was actually based off of Larry Bird.
How?
The guy that created Twitter and the logo design was from Boston and was a huge Boston uh,
Wow.
Celtics fan.
I was, let's see, a couple days year old when I found that the Toyota symbol has all of the letters within the symbol on Toyota. I did not know that.
Yep. hmm Which one was that one that was really cool? Was it Audi?
With the circles,
Symbol. When
we're gonna
we need to
have
do a
to. Yeah,
logo
we're gonna have
episode because
to.
logos are crazy, dude. Because there's like hidden symbols in like candy bars, and there's hidden symbols in like Arrowhead
Mm-hmm.
water. That the arrow, it's actually the lake is actually, or no, the mountain is shaped
Oh,
into an
okay.
arrow. It has an arrow,
Okay.
which is pretty crazy. Whole bunch of crazy stuff like that. I was today years old when I realized breakfast is only called that because it's the first time you're eating since the day before. Hence, you're breaking your
Oh, that
fast.
makes sense. That makes sense. But then again, you have all this intermittent fasting shit where I guess the most important meal of the day is your first meal of the day where you're breaking your fast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So this one was pretty crazy. I was today years old that saying that you're square because you're not going to be here is because you're not around or around. You're
Oh.
not around,
Richard.
which is a circle, Trey.
You see
You're
what Notch
square.
did there, Trey?
I was today years old. I was today years old when I found out the reason why Marvin the Martian was the ref in Space Jam is because he's both an
Oh, so
alien
he
and
had
a
to be
Looney Tune.
impartial.
He had to be impartial. I was today years old when I found out that Chuck E. Cheese's full name, the guy that created Chuck E. Cheese, full name was Charles
Oh,
Entertainment
wow.
Cheese. So it's not Chuck E.
Yeah.
Cheese's like for fun.
Chucky
It was
Entertainment
actually his name.
Cheese. All right. Okay.
I thought this one was pretty crazy. I was today years old that they used the Michael Myers mask was
Mm.
originally the William Shatner mask
I've
to spray
always
faded
known that
white.
one. I've always known that
That
one.
shit's
Because if
nuts,
you
dude.
look at it, it's William Shatner. His face is fucking William Shatner. And it's scary.
Stop right
Look,
there.
look
Don't
into the
run
field.
away. Which one was this one? This I was today years old when I realized the story of Humpty Dumpty doesn't explicitly state that
Yep.
he's an egg.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And even there's another one we have to do, Notch. We have to do nursery rhymes. The fucking
Yeah, that one's pretty crazy.
um Ashes, Ashes,
Dude,
whatever that one. The
that one's about
Holocaust, the Black
the black the
Plague.
Black
Mm-hmm.
Plague. Which is the one where it's so what's the
It's
it's raining,
raining,
it's
it's
pouring.
pouring, the man
That
was
one's pretty.
snoring. Yep. That one's crazy.
It's raining, it's pouring. The old man is snoring. He went to bed, or he bumped his head, went to bed,
He
and didn't
died.
wake the next morning.
What
The
about
motherfucker
this one?
died.
What about
Just
the
talking
what
about that
about
shit.
Peter Piper Pumpkin Eater had a wife and couldn't keep her, put her in a pumpkin shell, and then he kept her very well. Nigga's a kidnapper. He's a modern
Yep.
day serial killer.
One of them is about the killer in England. What was his name? Jack
When's
the
that
Ripper.
one?
There's there's a nursery rhyme that's about Jack the Ripper. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, we got to do some nursery rhyme ones, cause yeah, I want to know what row 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 your boat means. Life is but a dream, because you die when you go down the stream in the waterfall.
Let's look it up real quick. Let's look it up. Let's see. Row, row, tow your boat. If I can spell.
Rhyme meanings. 10 darkest nursery rhymes.
Says it's a metaphor for life's journey, suggesting that one should navigate through life's ups and downs with a positive attitude, going with the flow gently down the stream and enjoying the journey, even faced with challenges, as life is ultimately but a dream.
Wow.
That's fucked up shit.
Um,
They're just like,
right.
it's an illusion.
There's a three
I know
blind
there's
mice
a.
one.
Oh, go ahead.
One theory holds that the representation, the three Protestant loyalists who were accused of plotting against the Catholic Queen Mary in the 16th century, she didn't cut off their tails, though, instead she burnt them at the stake. And so one of the sweetest title masks one of the very darkest nursery rhymes is the three blind mice. London Bridge is the Great Fire of 1666, hence the year 1666.
Oh, it's London Bridge is falling down.
Oh,
That's about Jack the
really?
Ripper.
Ringer on the
Yeah.
Rosie, Baba Black Sheep, Jack and Jill.
I'm trying to figure
Oh,
it
Jesus.
out right now.
Jack and Jill.
Like how we just.
Some claim the young couple is Somerset who
Which one?
would sneak up the hill to do more than fetch a pail of water. They were doing eggplant into a pail. According to the story, the girl died in childbirth, and apparently the local surname of Gilson derives from Gil's son, Jack and Jill.
Oh, I was lied to. So London Bridges is actually based off of the London Bridge that actually burnt down in
Oh,
1763.
okay.
So London Bridge is falling down.
What about
It's
Rockabye Baby? Just Rockabye Baby and the tree trap, it will fall, da-da-da-da. You're talking about a baby falling from a goddamn tree. In a cradle.
This is
It's turned
getting
into
into
nursery
nursery
rhymes,
rhymes.
and the other.
Let's see what the darkest nursery rhyme out there. What is the darkest nursery rhyme? London Bridges, Jack and Jill, Humpty Dumpty, Goosey Goosey Gander? What the hell is that?
I
Oranges
seen the
and
oranges and
lemons.
lemons one. I was like, I'm not reading that one.
The fuck is that? Oranges and lemons. Three blind
Mm-hmm.
mice, which you just said. I don't know what Mary Mary.
Mary,
We
Mary,
talked
quite
about London Bridges.
contrary.
What is oranges and lemons? All that, all you that in a hole do lie, prepare for tomorrow you shall die. Examine all yourselves, in time repent, that you may not to eternal flames be sent. And when Saint whoever that guy's name is, bells in the morning tolls, the Lord above have mercy on your souls. Jesus
Dark.
Christ. I don't know who was saying that.
They're
All
dark.
these come from like England. These kids were like in the dark ages, fucking like what? Parents were like, "You got that ring around your stout. We need to put posies in our
Because of the
nose."
smell.
Mom, what is
Yeah,
that? We'll
we'll
make a
just.
song about it.
And it'll be such
We'll
a
just
great
make a
nursery
song about
rhyme you
it.
guys will sing at school.
I'm reading about Baja Black Sheep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2 bags full.
Humpty Dumpty. I saw that. Goose's Gander. Rockabye Baby. Oh, here you go. So even at face value, this rhyme is about plummeting baby hardly coming across as upbeat, but some say it's really about King James II of England, who, in a bid to produce Catholic air and resist the wind blowing of Protestantism, supposedly smuggled another man's child into the birthing chamber. If he did, the plan didn't work. Like the cradle, the house of Stuart would fall.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. He's like, look at. Okay.
Well, I've got one
Yeah.
more about the. We just kind of jumped off of that. We could go deeper in it. I just want to, and this is all for the listeners. If you have anything that you've learned, or you were this today's
Mm.
years old, because there's so many things out there. But did you know, or I was today years old, that the Michael Jordan symbol wasn't Michael Jordan actually slam dunking, but it was him posing in a ballet
Really?
position. There's not
It's
actually,
not the one
yeah.
where. Oh,
Even though we've
but
seen the like the with
his
his
knees
tongue
were
is out and
bent.
stuff like that,
Yeah.
yeah,
I need.
yeah.
I need to watch
That's a
Air.
ballet
I need to
pose.
watch that video with our movie with um, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I need to watch that. Yeah, even though we know what
Oh yeah,
happens, but I
yeah.
want to know what more happened.
I thought this one was pretty
That's
cool, and this
interesting.
is just me, but World Wildlife Fund that has the panda, the black panda,
Mm-hmm.
which I love that symbol. I always wanted to get that tattooed on me. The reason why they went with the panda and how it's designed, it was more cost efficient, which kept their prices low, so they didn't have to pay a lot. Because if you think about it, it's just a black and white
Oh
photo
yeah,
of a
that makes
panda.
sense. That makes yeah,
So it's just
especially
black
if they
ink that
could
they're
do a
using.
cow, anything that has black and white spots.
And crazy stuff. So these are more about logos and stuff like that. But the Nike logo, the swish, was actually created by
Mm-hmm.
Caroline Davidson, and she was paid
Yep, and she
$35
still has
for it.
royalties in Nike now. Still has royalties from Phil Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The McDonald's logo was inspired by the restaurant's first building. Apparently, it looks
Have you
like
seen
that.
that movie with Michael Keaton? That was he that
Yeah,
just that depicts
that was a
capitalism
great
at its
movie.
finest.
Yep. I forgot what the 7-Eleven
I don't
one
know.
was. The lowercase n in 7-Eleven it's used for a friendly appearance. They said to make it look less
Even though every
aggressive.
7-Eleven is ghetto as fuck. Every 7-Eleven.
The three dots in the dominoes not only is a dominoes piece for the game dominoes, but it represented the three restaurants when they
Oh,
first
that's
opened
cool.
Domino's. What does this one say? The United Nations emblem shows the world map from the North Pole. I've heard at the United Nations they have some weird
Mm-hmm.
ass photos in there, like some shit that
Mm-hmm.
Trey would go off on and be like, "I told you, motherfuckers." I always knew about this one. The Bluetooth logo is actually the so he was it was named after a Nordic Viking king who ruled Denmark, and it's the letter B and H together, which makes the Bluetooth
Oh wow.
logo.
Okay.
And he was rumored to have a broken tooth that was blue.
Wow. It was dead.
That's where the Bluetooth came from. The reason why Mark Zuckerberg picked blue for the social media logo is that he happens to be colorblind.
What?
So he doesn't see reds or greens. So it was the closest color that he could see for the
Wow.
Facebook logo. I did see this one. So the girl on Wendy's symbol, when you look at Wendy's, her little,
Does it
like
say
her
mom?
collar on her shirt, it
Okay.
spells out the name Mom.
Wasn't that
Yep.
Dave's daughter though?
Yeah. I like this
Mm-hmm.
one, the Tostitos logo. If you ever look at the Tostitos logo, so it's
Mm-hmm.
Titos, but the TIT, it's actually two people, and then they're holding a yellow chip, and the I is actually a bowl of
No
salsa.
way. I got a bag of that. I need to look at that.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. And then Baskin Robbins has the number
Mm-hmm.
31 and the B and the
31
R, which is
flavors.
their
Mm-hmm.
31 flavors. Yep, which we all know that. Pepsi's symbol is based off the magnetic field in
Hmm.
the world.
I got one here. Do you know who invented Santa? Listeners, if
Saint
you have
Nick?
kids that you're listening to this podcast on, please cover their ears. Do you know who invented?
They better
Do,
not be
do
listening to
you?
our shit. That'd be fun. Does
No,
Avery
he
listen to
doesn't.
us?
But do you know what company invented Santa Claus?
Damn.
Nope.
Was it Hallmark?
It was
Was it
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola?
Remember their commercials back in the day? They're the ones that yeah.
Yeah. With
Mm-hmm.
the he
They're
had
the
the
ones that
rosy
invented
cheeks and
Santa
everything.
Claus. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Dude, all that stuff. When you think of holidays and everything, it's
Oh
just
yeah,
how
it's all
much is a
marketing.
gimmick.
It's all marketing.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all
Yep.
marketing. It's all gimmicks and stuff like that. Not to go deep into it, but really think of if you think about how the Bible says Jesus was born and
It
everything.
wasn't
He wasn't
December.
born on December. He was probably born in
Yeah.
the summer.
Yeah. Summer days just chilling around, and when the sun goes down, are you ready to party?
But yeah, that's all I got. At least I didn't want to go too far into because there's so many different crazy facts and stuff like that. But listeners, if you're out there and you got any crazy things that you were today and you learned about it, tell us in the comments below on anything Facebook or all of our pages and stuff like that. We want to hear it. I
I
love
like that.
reading about that stuff. I think it's crazy when you not not the actual fact itself, but I love comments. Just
Yeah.
reading, especially
Yeah.
on Twitter. Dude, some of the stuff that I'll be sending you, even on Instagram, I don't really. I mean, the video is funny. It's the comments
Yeah.
that get me, man.
They say some
People
wild
say some
shit.
funny ass
They say
shit.
some wild shit. As to why I have a question. It's not the question of the week, but it was a thread and it said, "When did you start hating your boyfriend or girlfriend?" The comments were crazy. Yeah. This one
Damn.
says, "When did you start hating your boyfriend or girlfriend?" This one said, "You'll be wondering why your day has been going so good. It's because her phone died." When did you start hating your boyfriend? You're already having a bad day, and then when she hugs you, your day gets worse. And then the comment underneath
Damn.
it, it says, "Every time she hugs you, it feels like you're getting mugged." And I got two more. When did you start hating your boyfriend? I pretended to be asleep and acted like I was having a dream, calling out for his best friend's name so he could leave. Yeah.
Wow.
And the last one. When did you start hating your boyfriend? When he kisses me and it starts to feel like you're being licked by a dog. Just lapping your face up.
That's the what's the episode of the How I Met Your Mother? Oh no, I
You
am
are
too
too
much
much tongue to.
Ted.
Well, mm-hmm. Yep. So what topics? Oh, go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
trying to th- I'm trying to think of past relationships that really not going into much detail, but I did date somebody one time. This
Mm-hmm.
was a while back, but I couldn't deal with it was a deal breaker and I just knew it was done. Is she started acting like a
Oh,
baby and thought it
that's
was
another How I
cute.
Met Your Mother episode.
Dude, that's a yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that well with Barney, yeah. I
Nope.
just couldn't do it.
Nope.
I could not do it at all. Like I
It's
don't understand
submissive.
the like it,
It's submissive and
it's
it's
worse than
nasty.
submissive.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's
just
no.
gross.
It's not cute.
Yeah. But then it also made me start thinking of like, what was I watching? And I was like, this girl is young, and people, I don't.
Are you talking about? Are you
We'll have
talking
to
about
go
Bella
into another
Porch
time, but like the
or
whole.
Poach or whatever her name is, the famous YouTuber, where she acts like she's super famous, cute. I don't know if she's Asian or Hispanic. No, okay.
No, I saw. Oh, I remember what it was. I saw this girl, and they were like, if you think she's pretty, there's something wrong with you because she was
Okay.
dressing up like a teenager, and she was super. I mean, she looked young.
Okay.
She was like 23, but she looked like she was maybe top 14, and people are like, oh, I want to subscribe to her
Yikes.
OnlyFans, blah blah blah. This, and she like acted
Yikes.
like she was a kid, and I was like, what kind of weird shit are
Well,
you into?
then
Like,
that
that's
comes
weird.
to, like, there are
It's
these,
fucking
the women that are of they're vertically challenged, and they have the facial features
yeah,
as a grown woman, but their height shows as if they're a kid.
yeah.
But what if it's just the conversation that these people have with these people, that they're attracted to her, but yet she looks like she's a child? Like, does that make a sick
Yeah,
individual? Or
like okay, so if I met somebody and they look like a child, but then like
mm-hmm.
let's say we hit it off,
Mm-hmm.
we knew each other from high school, blah 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 this, or we worked with each other and we
Yeah.
hit it off, and it was just that. Then I'd be like, all right, that's just a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She's of age and everything. But what you're doing is you're exploiting these people on your OnlyFans to subscribe to because you're
True.
acting like a kid
True.
because you look like a
Yeah.
kid is the weird part to me. Not only on their part they should go to jail, but at the same time I think you should be in jail
Yeah.
if you're doing the same thing too. It kind of falls into the whole uh,
Oh.
Bad Baby,
Okay.
the Catch Me
Okay.
Outside girl. How when she turned 18, the day
Mm-hmm.
of she
But she
opened
knew
an
she was catching a
OnlyFans, right?
bag.
And she
She knew
made
she was.
yeah, she made money
Mm-hmm.
and everything like that. But then she came out and she's like, I think everybody that subscribed to me should go to jail because they have been waiting for me to turn 18. And it's like, if they go to
Exactly.
jail, you
Yeah.
need to go to jail.
Fit the crime. Fit the crime. Because you
Yeah,
knew you were reaping
that's
off
just
of
how.
off of
Yeah,
what you
that's
sowed, and you're trying to ostracize these individuals that gravitated off of your beauty. Like, she's a pretty girl, but she's young.
yeah,
She's too young for my liking. But like, she is a pretty girl. But there are the way. Okay, caveat: a lot of people go off of thirst trap stuff regardless of their age. Every time I go on fucking Instagram and I go to search, thirst trap, thirst trap, thirst trap, girls showing their ass, showing
oh,
their
it's
tits,
everywhere.
doing their face, doing all this crazy stuff. I'm like, sex always sells. So it's just like, they know where the money
Yeah,
is. They know where people are going to gravitate, which are people that are going to be googly eye and drooling from their mouth, and they're getting a bag from it. There's so many people that I see on Instagram off of their tits, and they have nothing conscious coming out of their mouth, and they have 500,000 followers.
yeah,
We
yeah.
have,
No,
we
we've
have.
discussed this, and there's two pots to this that I love to talk that I constantly say. If you're a woman, you got that by all
I do
means.
the
Because
same
if I
thing.
had tits and
I
all
do
that
the same
stuff, I'd
thing.
be in the same boat. Like right now, if you're a woman and you're struggling, like, and you don't, if your morals are like, if you could just get past, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
even telling you to go on
Mm-hmm.
OnlyFans and start doing
Mm-hmm.
crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there are men out there that will
Yes, they
pay for
will.
your
Yes, they
feet.
will. Yes, they
There
will.
are men out there that just want to see you in a tank
Mm-hmm.
top cooking food. And then my other part on it, how does, like you said, every time I go on Instagram, I'll see like the good stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'll see the factual stuff,
Yep.
and then
Ass and
it's
tits.
just
Mm-hmm.
all
Yep.
sexualized. Yeah. How the fuck is OnlyFans still a thing, and how do these girls make that much money when, for example, Bad Baby openly said, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
getting naked. Like, I'm just, my bikini pictures that were on Instagram are now on here.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you're
Mm-hmm.
seeing. And she's making millions of
Remember,
dollars.
remember it.
Bro, where the fuck, like, what
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Mm-hmm.
relationship are these guys having with her? For if you're getting caught up in that net, just so you know, and this is just for everybody's clarity, these girls, these women, or these men, they're not in
Nope.
relationships with
Exactly.
you. They just want your money. At the same time, like, just fucking go to Google and look up Bad Baby in a bikini.
Ex-
Like, I'm paying fucking
exactly.
$25 for it. What the fuck? You guys are contributing to all this stuff. You
Mm-hmm.
said it on Instagram. All those women out there, like, I, there's a new trend where you could actually, they find ways to
Mm-hmm.
get naked on Instagram, and one of them is breastfeeding. And they're pretending to put dolls up to their chest. So then they could, because it's technically showing, but they're OnlyFans girls. And then they're like, "Oh, go to my
That's
OnlyFans page." I'm
stupid.
like, "For
You just
what?
seen it.
I just saw your tits.
My
What
OnlyFans is
else do I need to
free.
see?
What?
Like, your ass is
Mm-hmm.
already hanging out. Your
And
fucking
you're
cookie's
proving
right
my
there. I'm
point.
good."
So one girl on Twitter, she said, "Why do men start podcasts instead of going to therapy?" And a guy replies, "The same reason why females start their OnlyFans instead of getting a job." He's not wrong. And you know what?
Yep.
In the defense of men, us men, is because we are starting to recognize that more of a camaraderie with men, especially if it's on a platform, regardless if it's true, fabricated, opinionated, whatever it is. This is our form of therapy, even though we do this shit without a camera
Yeah.
or a microphone. Women, they can't just go willy nilly selling. Well, they could show their ass and their tits on the street and get paid for it. It's the same thing, but yet men are being very discreet and they're being open. Women are being open about their sexuality, but then they still have problems that they still need to seek therapy for because they're masking it behind a camera, showing their ass, their tits, whatever they're doing on that platform, and they're still having the problems that they're having. But the men are actually getting better by talking it out with their fellow brethren. Am I wrong or am I wrong?
There's two parts to it, and I I said it at the beginning. Like, if you're a woman, then like, by all means,
Mm-hmm.
because I would be in the same with whether it be problems or not. If
Yeah.
you're just trying to make
Yeah.
money and you're struggling, like, fuck, I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
blame you whatsoever. My biggest problem is those ones that are out there going, I made $50 million. I've got this high standard to look for a
Mm-hmm.
guy. Why can't I find a guy? Well,
You put
like,
it in there.
you put
Mm-hmm.
yourself in that boat. Like, you openly could have just did it on the sly,
Mm-hmm.
didn't tell anybody. You could get money from people in fucking Saudi Arabia and in
Mm-hmm.
New York and live in California, and they
Yep.
wouldn't know a damn thing. Have a job, sell some stuff
Yep.
on Etsy and stuff like that or whatever, and make your money, and nobody would know,
Mm-hmm.
and you could find a good person. When you're openly on Instagram going, oh, look at my ass, look
Mm-hmm.
at my tits and stuff like that, and then going, why can't I find a good guy that's not making my type of money because we can't fucking
Exactly.
go out and show
We
our
can't do
tits
that.
and stuff like that. Like,
Yep. So
yeah.
as we're talking about making money, have you seen how Bruno Mars is struggling these days?
I saw that Bruno Mars has like a crazy song
Sexy
out
Red.
right now with is that who it is? And it was just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
about wet
That's
pussy or yeah, it
he.
was just like, bro,
Bruno
what
Mars.
the
So
fuck is
you do
going
know
on?
Bruno is broke from spending all that money in Vegas when he had his residency there. He was gambling
I didn't know
so
that.
much with MGM, it put him in the hole. That's why we heard the song with Lady Gaga on him. That's why we heard the song with him and Rose. That's why this new song with Sexy Red's coming out. The three people that I just named that he's featured in will attract so much more money for him to get money and revenue and streams and videos to pay
Yep.
off his debts. I'm so sad that he stooped so low to make that song with Sexy Red. I honestly, to me, Sexy Red, she makes her money. She has a market. She's not appealing to me. And
Yeah, that I saw the
mm-hmm,
video, or I
mm-hmm,
saw clips of the video, and I was just like, for that song to come out, I was like, whatever they did is they saw that WAP was make did
mm-hmm,
a big hit, and they're
mm-hmm,
trying to do their own
mm-hmm.
thing. And I was like, all right, this is their own.
No,
It wasn't
no.
catchy. It's not like
Eh,
WAP.
it's
I mean, WAP
catchy.
has a
Yeah,
catchy beat at the same
yeah,
time, but it's because it was overplayed. And I feel like
yeah.
this one might get overplayed as well. Bruno Mars,
Me
there's
too.
I
Me
love Bruno
too.
Mars's music, but something
Like
about
what?
him just irks me. I just don't know. I get this weird vibe of him just being like not when he's on stage amazing, but I feel like in person he just gives off this vibe of like not a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
person. I don't know
Because
why.
so
I just don't know why. I
mhm.
get this weird
He
like
got in
ding
trouble a
ding
lot
like
in
dude,
Vegas.
you're
He was
just
doing coke. He was
yeah
showing up to fucking poker tables drunk as fuck, high as hell. Like he definitely has some vices and stuff that he's struggling with. He seems
yeah
like musically and like I want to say like um prophetically and speaking, he seems like a great guy, but with other things, the vices makes him seem like a bad guy. And that's why he's in the position he's in right now.
yeah
And that's just coming from us. That's not saying we know 100% of anything from Jem and Nacho, but it's just what we
yeah.
see on what he perceives. And I see it too. I've seen him perform live twice. The man puts on a show.
Oh dude, his music, I think he did one of the greatest tribute performances for Prince
That
ever.
was awesome.
I
Yeah.
absolutely love
Mm-hmm.
when he did "Let's Go Crazy." Even
Oh,
"More Stay in the
yeah.
Time" when they do their.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love "More
Yeah.
Stay in the Time," but I think he did way
Yeah.
better than anybody could ever do. And
Mm-hmm.
that dude could shred on the guitar.
Yep.
He's
Can
great music.
sing,
Great.
can dance,
I love all his
perform.
music.
Yeah. But something, yeah.
Everything. But he kind of reminds me of
Okay.
John Legend. Like
Uh,
we all know about the whole John Legend thing. I feel like he would be in the same bucket. Like he puts on this like, oh, I'm greatness, all that stuff. But when I see him, I'm just like, bro, you give off
mm,
this weird vibe.
I feel
Like
you.
I don't know what it is. Like if I got to choose to hang, not to go to a concert to hang
Mm-hmm.
out and play music with, I would pick Bruno Mars. But like just
Okay.
based off of looks and feels, I would pick Post
Oh,
Malone over
really?
him just
Okay.
by
Okay.
looks. You know what I mean?
Huh.
That's just me. I just get this weird vibe like Post Malone when
He's just chill.
chill,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm just chill as fuck. Like I'm just cool. At the same time, it's kind of like G Easy, for
Mm,
example. G Easy, I love his
he's
music,
a
but
dick.
you could
He's a
tell that
fucking
dude's a
dick.
prick. Yeah,
He's a
you
fucking
could tell
dick.
that dude's a
Yeah.
prick.
He's a
Love
dick.
his fucking music, but at the same time, if I saw him, I was like,
Hmm.
bro, you're just a
You
fucking
know
dick.
who I have a
They're
lot of
just
respect for, like more. I've always liked him, and I always thought he was the biggest fucking troll ever is 50 Cent. But I seen a video the other day where I'm like, damn, he's a genius, and he's also a fucking friend that I would want to have on my team. He goes, "Can you name?" And I know you can, and I know I can. But he was like, anyone that listens to Eminem, can you name all the members from D12. Can you name them? Can you name them, Notch?
let's
Okay.
see, bizarre. Um,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, it's bizarre. Hold on. I can name them. Oh my
Yeah.
god, this is crazy. I know who they all are. I just can't. Bizarre. What was his fucking name? What is his name? I'm doing the SpongeBob thing. What is his name? Oh
Mm-hmm.
my god, dude. Why can't I think of it? I'm thinking of
Okay.
my band,
Okay.
the song.
I can only name three.
Oh, oh my god. Name
Okay.
them. It's
So
gonna bother me.
I know.
hold on. That fucking bothers me. I know all of them. It's
Kaniva.
hold
Proof is a big
Kniva,
one.
yeah.
And Bizarre.
Proof.
Those are the only three I know. Then there's Denawan Porter, Bugs, Swifty, Fuzz, and DJ Invisible. I don't know those guys. Now, and his point was D12 was just Eminem's crew. Now, what about G Unit?
Yeah.
Do you know the guys of G Unit?
So it was
Mm-hmm.
like 50
Yep.
game.
Game
Wasn't
was
Game a
yeah, he
part
was
of G
kind of
Unit?
part of it. Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's like I can't. That's like
Mm-hmm.
bro. I can't.
So for
Yeah,
me,
not
it
off
was
the top of my
Game,
head.
Yayo, uh, Lloyd
Yeah,
Banks,
yeah.
and Young Buck.
Oh yeah,
Those
Banks.
those four, and he was like the difference between G Unit and D12. I was like, I don't
Kniva.
want to drop my next album. I want to put my boys on. That's why Lloyd Banks sold over 1.5 million copies of his record. Young Buck did the same thing. Tony Yayo sold 800,000 copies. He was like, I would much rather put my boys on before I'm already on because I've already put out 2 albums before them. Excuse me. But D12, they were just features on Eminem records. And then when they came out with solo records, they really weren't as in the public eye as they would. He's like, I'm not.
I could have swore D12 had
They
their own
did, but it
album
wasn't
though.
as sought after as a G
Yeah,
Unit
yeah,
album. And that's
yeah.
what 50 Cent was saying.
I think it. I feel like Eminem was at his
Mm-hmm.
prime, and Eminem was even making fun of it, going
Yeah.
like, "This is my crew. They all do this stuff."
In my band. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel that.
but yeah, he was making fun of how it was and they all made fun of it. They were like, "There's
Mm-hmm.
more to us. There's more to
Yeah.
us than just Eminem." But he was just so at the top that we all knew, like my band and what was the other song they did?
Oh, yeah.
Purple
Purple Pills
Pills.
was a big hit.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but everybody was just like, "Oh yeah,
His
it's like
boys.
Eminem." Like, it's the same thing with. Think of another band. Like, could you name all of Digital Underground?
No, I can't. Except Tupac and uh, the lead guy.
What's the lead
Fuck.
guy?
DJ.
What's in
Yeah,
those,
I
Lee?
know.
What's in those?
Shock G.
Shock G.
Fuck. Rest in peace. Yeah,
Yeah.
but those are the only two.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same thing with
Mm-hmm.
that. Like, I feel like bands, unless they like and they become big, like everybody knew
Yeah.
Shock G because of his nose,
Yeah.
and he did the
Yeah.
Humpty and all that stuff, and then Tupac, which is crazy because if you talked about Digital Underground doing the Humpty Dance, what was All
Mm-hmm.
Around the World,
Kiss Me and
all
Kiss
them
You
songs,
Back.
you wouldn't. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, yeah, people don't know that
Unless you
Tupac was a part
watched
of that.
Risky Business. Oh, not Risky Business.
No,
Nothing but trouble.
nothing to
Mm-hmm. Nothing
nothing
but
but trouble.
trouble.
There we
Mm-hmm.
go.
Yep. That's such a
Which is a
good fucking
great
movie.
fucking movie. Here comes Bride. Dun, dun, dun. Tupac's in the back just fucking dancing because he's all young.
Exactly. But and that's the whole thing about no.
I knew Shock G, Money B, and
Okay.
Tupac
Okay.
for the three because of Money B because he always says stuff like that. But there was uh, Chop Master J, DJ Fuzz, and Cypher.
Okay.
Cypher.
I don't even know either. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh,
He's a white
see, I
boy.
didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Oh no. DJ Fuzz
Okay.
is a white boy. All around the world. Say, oh yeah. If you kiss me here,
Mm-hmm.
I'll kiss you back. Dude, I just saw them do a performance on what the fuck was that? Why can I? Oh, dude, I am drawing a blank today. What was that damn fucking show that had Arsenio Hall? And if you were bad, they pulled you off. They would boo you
Oh, at
off,
the
but you
Apollo?
touched the stump
Mm-hmm.
with the Apollo. I just watched when Digital Underground surprised the Apollo by putting mask over them, and they were performing. It was so funny. They got booed off so quick they took off their mask and their jackets, and they were like freaking out. They were doing "Kiss You Back," and I felt like, and I
Oh, it's
love that
such a
song.
good
I
song.
love Digital Underground, but I felt like they were drunk or high
Oh,
or something.
okay.
They were on something because they didn't remember the lyrics. So the whole fucking performance was, "If you kiss me here, I'll kiss you back." And then Shock G, he was just like, "I don't know the words, so I'm gonna throw it to the girl." And then this girl starts singing it
Yeah.
because you know how the girls in the
Kiss
back
me.
singing. He was like, yeah, yeah. He was like trying to throw it back, but Tupac wasn't
Oh,
there.
okay.
So I was super excited, and then Tupac
That's
isn't there. I was like,
interesting.
fuck. But I don't remember
I don't
a white boy being
either.
there, DJ Futz. I didn't know there was a white boy in Digital Underground.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
have to.
crazy.
Yeah, I need to watch. Yeah.
But now that you're talking about like bands and like who's in it, I couldn't name the
No.
Beastie Boys.
See, and I think like that was an era we grew up in, but we didn't really. And that's the same thing, like that whole same thing that we did last, or the episode 2 episodes ago, where it was the lyrics, and I was like, I know this song, but I don't
Oh yeah.
know the lyrics word for word. I love the group, but I don't know their names. Like, yeah, stuff like that. Yep.
What about Run DMC? Could you
Um,
do Run DMC?
it's Rev Run, Funk, or uh, what is this? He died. Uh, Master Flex, no. Uh,
Close.
shit.
See, it's literally your name.
Oh yeah, Jam Master Jay, and
There you go.
I can't remember the third guy.
So it was Joseph
Rev Run.
Simmons, which is
Mm-hmm.
Red Run, Jam Master Jay, and Daryl
Okay, but what
McDaniels.
was his name? He was called Daryl McDaniels.
Let's see. Let's go to this.
Yeah, I think his name was just Daryl Matthews. Daryl McDaniels. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing an
Okay, and then
alternate
what about
name.
A Tribe Called Quest?
Dude, I couldn't. It's the well. Let me
Okay,
throw this out for you, and
me
I love
too.
Tribe Called Quest. Can you name all of fucking what's it called?
Wu Tang.
Dude, I am having Wu
Okay,
Tang.
so RZA, GZA, Inspector Deck, Ghostface Killer, um, ODB, um,
ODB,
Raekwon,
Raekwon. There
um,
you go.
Master Killer.
This is a
Yeah, I
Ghostface
said
Killer.
him too. Master Killer's one.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think. I'm trying to look at or the video, or the TV series. I
Dude,
guess,
you
yeah.
did pretty
Okay.
good.
Who did I miss?
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you got ODB, Capadonna.
Capadonna. He
You
was
got
in jail with RZA's brother. Yes. Okay.
Cody
I have no idea who that
Nearspit,
is.
Troy
I have
James
no idea who that
Knowles.
is.
Dude, you missed one of my favorites. Oh, and Tony Ballard. But you missed my
Oh
favorite, which is
fuck,
Method Man.
Meth. Yeah, and Method Man. And then Redman came along later. Yes.
In Redman. But the only reason I brought up Wu Tang is 'cause so many fucking
Yes,
people
they
joined
did.
after
Yes, they
that.
did.
Like,
hmm
dude, we're a
Fucking
part of
You
fucking Wu Tang.
God.
Disney's a part of
Like
Wu
there,
Tang.
there was there were so many
Yeah.
members, but the most prominent ones were the ones that you just said. Yeah. Yep.
Biggest ones were probably what Raekwon,
And
Ghostface
Method
Killer,
Man.
ODB, and Method Man.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
those were the
were.
biggest ones. I can't.
He
Method Man
was
was
the
probably the
absolute
biggest one
biggest.
that
He was
came
the
out of there.
absolute biggest.
Why can't I think of who did you
Um.
just say?
You God, Jizza, and
No. The band
um.
before.
Uh. Who did I just say? Jesus. Tribe Called Quest. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Tribe Called Quest.
Because there's Ali, Q-Tip, of course, Five Dog, and
Q-Tip.
because I already said Ali, and the other cat that I've Yes, Jerobi.
Jerobi.
Yeah. But you always see Fife and Q-Tip. Sometimes you see Ali Shaheed. You see him there. I hardly ever seen Jerobi until I seen the documentary. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know he was a part of the tribe. And then of course we know Outcast.
I'm trying to think of. I'm pretty sure D Light had Q-Tip in it.
Delight.
Yeah. Well, when they sang "Groove Is in the
Oh,
Heart."
okay. Shit, that was a back in the day because there was a ton of people on there.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was a ton of
Q-Tip was in
people.
it. If
Well,
you
shit,
ever watch that
even
one,
Busta
I
was in
thought
there
so.
too because he was trying to be a part of that too.
No, so do you remember what song "A
Groove is
Groove
in
Is
the
in the Heart"?
heart.
Yeah. So it had
Mm-hmm.
the girl, two white boys, and then Q-Tip was in that because he does the little rap part in it,
Ah.
and it had the slide whistle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Like even De La Soul. Like I didn't really listen to a lot of De La Soul back in the day. Um. Like yeah, there's a lot of groups out there where you're just like, oh shit. Like who was in the group? What about Hot Boys?
Like
Yes, Juvenile's
Juvenile's
Hot
Hot
Boys.
Boys. Bro, if I couldn't name off the Hot Boys, I'd be so disappointed because every. So this is the crazy part, and I will live and die by this fucking mountain right here,
Mm-hmm.
this hill. Lil Wayne, I think, and I will live and die by this, was a better rapper when he was 13
Okay.
years old than the
Okay.
Hot
Okay.
Boys. And that's because I think he slowed down his lyrics and they're more
Conscious.
written and they're kind of
Mm-hmm.
stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like now they're just like dumb. It's almost like
I
Kanye's
feel
lyrics to a
you.
point.
I
I
feel
love
you.
Kanye's music, but nowadays it's just like, bro, where did you get that's like stupid. But if you listen to the Hot Boys when they had Lil Wayne, it was what? Lil Wayne, Young Turk,
Yep,
Juvenile,
you got him.
BG.
Yeah, you got
I
it.
think that was
Yep.
it.
And then
I think
I
that was
think
all
one of
four.
them's
Yeah.
Bulletproof. But I've never heard him rap, but I've heard
I
everybody
never heard
else
of
rap.
that. But I'll tell you this: the only reason I know that by heart is because I had every fucking
I
one of them
love
albums,
BG.
dude.
BG was
I
my
was,
boy.
I was from fucking the NOLA. I had never been to the NOLA. I hate New Orleans, but when you talk about that shit, bro, I can name off, dude. I was all about
No
fucking.
disrespect for our
Uh,
listeners out in NOLA because we're gonna have to visit you soon, JCB. But anyway, go ahead, Notch.
I don't know. T could go visit you. I'll go during the
No,
day.
not
I
at
ain't going to
night. We
fucking
gonna go in the
Bourbon
daytime.
Street.
We ain't even gonna be close to there. We gonna be there in the daytime.
I'll, I'll put it this: New Orleans is a great fucking place for food and for the culture. But at night,
Yeah,
it just
it
becomes
comes
hell.
crazy.
Fuck
Yeah,
that place.
comes too crazy.
Fuck that
Hmm.
place. No, when it came to like, dude, I was all about that shit, dude. Juvenile, I don't care what anybody says. That dude was one of
Hmm.
the top.
Hmm.
It was so funny because at the same time Juvenile came out, Master P came out,
Oh
and they were both from the NOLA,
yeah.
and they used to talk about it, and I was like, fuck Master P, you're a little bitch. Like Juvenile is gangster. Like that shit is like, you want to talk about rap? Like Juvenile was like that, like you could tell he
Oh
would
yeah.
kill somebody. When he was on the Tiny Desk, that
Hey, he
motherfucker
was
still
crazy,
looked
bro.
scary.
He was crazy.
I was like, bro, him and was it
Hmm.
BG?
I love BG.
Was he on the
I
Tiny
don't
Desk
know
with
if
him?
it was it
Yeah.
BG. I need to watch that one.
No, it was Juvie Juvenile on Tiny Desk. Who was with what's his name? Give me a project,
Um,
bitch.
Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh.
Manny
Manny
Fresh.
Fresh.
Manny Fresh. And Manny Fresh
Hmm.
became big
Oh, he
because
had beats,
he popped
bro.
off with Lil
Manny Fresh
Wayne.
had beats.
Remember, what was that song? This is for the. This is for your mom and your kids.
Zoe, come here.
I
Sit.
love y'all hoes, no respect to my dogs, but
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
I love y'all
Give me a project. That's Manny
Well,
Fresh. That's Manny
that's a
Fresh. Hmm.
project, bitch,
Sit.
right?
Sit,
Yeah,
sit,
but
sit,
what
sit,
was
sit.
the other song? They had Bling Bling.
Sit, sit, sit.
Bro, I'm like, Juvenile, dude.
Yeah.
Hot Boys,
Hmm.
for what was it like four
Mm-hmm.
thousand degrees
Yep,
album?
400 degrees. 400
I'm
degrees.
telling you, I'm telling you, Little Wayne was
I
way
feel
better
you.
when he was
Well, and
younger.
he said like it takes him a while to write songs because he feels like he said everything because he's been rapping on a lot of songs. So like I mean, I could
Yeah,
see that. He's been
I mean
around
he's been
for a
around. Think about it.
minute.
He's been
For
around
a
since he was 13
minute.
years old.
What about do you know some of the cats from No Limit? I know you didn't like No Limit. I used to bump the fuck out of No Limit and fucking Hot Boys.
Dude, all I know is Master P and then his son,
Okay,
which I
okay.
loved his son.
What
What
about
was
his
his name?
brother? He's been in prison forever.
What the fuck
Romeo?
was his son's name?
Mm-hmm.
Romeo.
Yep.
A
Mm-hmm.
Romeo.
His brother,
All the
his
girlies that
two
love me.
brothers, Silk the Shocker, C
Oh
Murder.
yeah,
He's been in
Silk.
prison forever.
Yeah.
Mystical Danger. Mystical was part of
Mystical
No
was part of.
Limit. Yes.
What?
Yes, he
I
was. He
loved
was part of No
Mystical, dude.
Limit.
I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know he was part
Soldier
of No Limit.
Slim.
Dude, No Limit. No Limit. The only thing I really like, I did have Masterpiece album. I loved No Limit Soldier because of the
Yeah,
fucking
hard.
medallion they
Hard as
had. The
fuck.
No Limit
Mm-hmm.
Soldier man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did a. Was it Trick Daddy part of them too,
I don't know. I
or
think
was
it was
that
the
just
same
around the
time
same
frame,
time
but I think
frame?
it was a part of like some Florida group. Because Trina was a part of that too.
Cause he,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she was part of
Slip and
Slip and
Slide
Slide
Records.
Records.
Mm-hmm. So,
Cause Take It to the House was
mm-hmm.
their
Take
biggest
it to the
song.
house.
Slip and Slide, Take It to the House.
Yep.
And then
There was
Trina,
so many groups, man.
dude, and then I'll Live and Die on This Hill. Female rappers back then were
I
better.
was li- so. Did you see my
Little
Instagram?
Kim,
Yes. Did you see my
Trina,
Instagrams?
fucking yeah, like all of
Lil
them.
Kim had
No.
a run. My favorite song for female rappers is "Ladies' Night." What? It must be Angie on the mic.
Oh yeah, you posted that. I was like, bro,
I
I love it.
love
I've
that
had that
fucking
song
song. There were
forever.
so many dope.
Dude,
Yep.
Queen
Mm-hmm.
Latifah,
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Left Eye, which was oh my god, dude. When I was
They
younger,
were
all them
so
girls were on my
bad.
wall, man. Lisa Left Eye, when Little Wayne was, or not Little Wayne,
Mm.
Little Kim, when she was in Triple XL,
I used to have Maxim. I used to have.
Maxim.
It
It
was
was either
both.
Triple
It was
XL,
all
The Source, or
three.
Maxim.
It was all three.
But she was in one of
Mm-hmm.
them, and I was
It
just
was all
like,
three. It was all
that shit's
three.
going on my
They
wall.
they they just they just had this sex appeal. Plus they had the bars. But then again,
Plus, their bars, dude. The rapping back then, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we didn't have vulgar
mm-hmm.
songs back then because Little Kim had
Yep,
How Many Licks,
yep,
and then we had other
mm-hmm.
songs back then like
Yep.
Uchi Wally, which Uchi Wally was probably equivalent or worse than WAP,
Yep.
but like,
See, and
yeah,
Biggie wrote a lot of Lil Kim songs before he passed, like the one
yeah,
"Fuck Bitches Get Money." Yeah, he wrote that for her,
yeah.
so it was definitely from Biggie too. But Foxy Brown, MC Light,
Hmm.
Charlie Baltimore, like there was quite a few. What's her name? Sasha Grey. Like there was so many back there that they were like deep hardcore, and now I feel like it's more pop nasty. And but I do
Yeah,
love me some Meg Thee Stallion. I do love me some Cardi B. I do love them. Glorilla, yes, she has that aspect of getting that, but she really doesn't. I don't feel for her bars like I feel for Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion got bars, and she's very charismatic with her stuff. Cardi B, it's because of her
yeah.
personality and stuff like that.
I did, I
Mhm.
give you Meg Thee
You don't.
Stallion. I can't stand Cardi
I
B,
love me some Cardi B. I love
dude.
me
I
some
can't
Cardi
stand
B,
her.
man.
I can't. I don't like the way she
No,
looks. I don't like that she beefed with
Nicki
what's her
Minaj.
name. I love Nicki,
Nick.
dude.
Okay.
Nicki was there
Yes.
before Nicki did everything that Cardi
Yes.
B
I feel that. I feel that.
became, and then they started beefing. And it's like Cardi, you wouldn't be there
That's the
without
thing.
Nicki. Like
But they wouldn't be there
she
without
did
Little
everything
Kim.
before
So why
you.
are they going off of Little Kim
Yeah,
too? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yep. So yeah, I feel you there. But female rap back in the '90s was top tier. Even
the
there's
brat,
so
all of them.
many back then, and it's it just, yeah.
Which coast did you
East
rock with when
Coast.
you were younger?
East Coast.
East Coast? Dude, I
Yeah,
was I
East
was dirty
Coast.
south
East
to
Coast.
the bone.
hmm
Dirty
I
south
love
to
me
the
some Dirty
bone.
South too, but
From
East Coast.
from Outkast to Ludacris to Ti, all the way
Yep.
to that deep shit like fucking
Oh,
Pastor
Pastor Troy
Troy.
was that dude.
Bro, Pastor Troy when he did This the City had me living like I was back in Georgia. And I was living on a fucking army base. Uh-oh, did we lose T? I don't know what's going on. Guess we
Oh,
lost T.
oh,
I don't know if
my
he
bad,
could
my
hear
bad,
me.
my bad.
Oh,
Zoe was messing
there
up
he
with the
is.
camera, but Pastor Troy went hard with This the
Okay, just
City.
kidding.
This the city, this
Dude,
the
Pastor
city,
Troy,
this the
Mystical,
city.
all them.
Uh-huh. What about Bubba Sparks?
Bubba Sparks. Dude, I just saw a video or somebody was like, Could you could you imagine listening to this shit? I was like, the fuck? I would listen
What do you
to it right
mean?
now. I hadn't seen that video back then. He was
When
just
he,
like,
the
he was in the
ghetto of
ghetto, dude,
Alabama.
walking through that. Like, dude, the dirty South was like, I felt like everybody, the East Coast, the West Coast, we didn't really have anybody from Chicago or Texas back then. They weren't big, not as
Pimp
big,
C,
but it was
UGK.
East Coast, West Coast, East.
Yeah.
Yeah, UGK, but UGK kind of fell into the
Yeah, yeah,
South
yeah,
too.
that's, yeah.
He threw himself with
Mm-hmm.
Outkast and
That's
all them.
true. That's true.
Where was Cisco from?
Ooh, maybe Atlanta? Because he was with Drew Hill.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, where's Drew Hill and all them from? I'm trying to look right real quick. Cisco was from Drew Hill, which they
They're
were
from Maryland. They're
from.
from Baltimore. Never mind. Yeah, they're from
The
Baltimore.
fuck?
Yeah.
Where the fuck was Cisco
I think he's
from?
from the same area.
No, I want his personal life. This motherfucker was from Minnesota.
Minnesota. So same place. All right. Okay. Wait, I
What?
thought he was from Baltimore too, though. Could have sworn he was from Baltimore.
Oh no no no! He resides in
Oh, okay,
Minnesota.
okay. Why? Well, yeah, Minnesota. There ain't that many black people there unless Prince is in town, but Prince ain't in town, so.
Dude, this is the first like wiki where it doesn't show. I know, yeah, he
Okay,
was born in
okay.
Maryland. There we go. Part of
That's
Def Jam.
crazy. That's crazy.
Def Jam was what's his name's gang. Who the fuck am I thinking of? Who did where? Oh, Jagged Edge. Who's
Jagged Edge is
Jagged
from
Edge?
Atlanta. Yeah, they're from
Yeah, they were
Atlanta.
South, right? But who's the one that brought
Jermaine
him up?
Dupri.
Oh,
Yep.
Jermaine Dupri.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's who I'm thinking
Mm-hmm.
of.
Jermaine Dupri's been in the game for a minute. He was even with The Freaks Come Out at Night.
Yep.
He's been in the game
Mm-hmm.
for a long time. Yeah, he's been in the game for a very long time.
Bro, since we're talking about music, there's something that I wanted to throw across with you, your brothers, Trey, and my brother
Mm-hmm.
Donovan, even Taylor. We get everybody involved. But do you know the song Candy by
Yes,
Cameo?
tastes like candy.
Have you ever seen?
Mm.
Probably one of my all-time favorite. When, dude, I have that shit on repeat. When it pops up on
I
my
love
on
that
my
song.
like random, I constantly just repeat it. But not too long ago, I was sitting there and it's like, you know what? I've never seen the
I've
music
never
video. Have you
seen the
ever watched the
video.
music video? Bro, the dude with the mustache looks just like Miles. And it got me to thinking we should remake this fucking music video with all of us. Because I was just like, that would be TJ, that would be Trey, there's me. We could get Sully involved because there's a white boy in there. I was just like, bro,
Oh, I
we should
love that.
remake the
That
Candy
sounds
fucking
funny as
video.
fuck.
Because the one guy looks just like
I'm gonna
Miles
have
with
to
the
watch it
mustache.
now.
I was
I'm
just
gonna have to
like,
watch
bro,
it now because I've always heard this song, and that song is just a raspberry, strawberry, all those good things.
I
That
fucking
song's
love that
so
song, dude.
good.
But I'm telling you, watch it. Like, it fucking. I wish we could watch
Without
videos on
being
this. It fucking.
demonetized.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do that.
yeah. When we get off of this, watch this, and then just tell me. I'm telling you, we could remake this shit. And you know what it looks like? It's an '80s video, and it looks like they're in like a
Okay,
neon area. And I was like, bro, we could do that in the fucking neon alley here
that
in
was
Pueblo.
sick. Oh
It would
yeah,
look just
that's
like it.
sick. That would be so cheap too.
I was like, we need to remake this fucking music video.
Oh, that would be so dope. All right, so I gotta. I remember I was talking about celebrity heights. I want
Yeah,
you to guess
yeah.
some of these celebrity heights. Okay. Um, there's this. There's this.
Johnny Depp,
There's
he's
this
only 5'7".
actress. She took her own life. What is her name? Um,
Jesus.
she didn't actually take her life. Reese. Reese. No, with a knife.
Witherspoon?
She did it with a knife.
Reese with the knife. What?
I was trying to make a joke. Reese Witherspoon, but Reese, she did it with a knife.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was like, bro,
No, she
what the
did it.
fuck? Your your head's
I
just
love Reese
short
Witherspoon. She didn't
circuiting,
take her
man.
life. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. But how tall do you think she is? Mm-hmm.
Reese Witherspoon? I feel like she. You know what's crazy about Hollywood is a lot of
They're
them aren't
not.
that tall. So I feel like even though Reese Witherspoon looks tall, she's probably like
She's
5'7".
5'1".
What the
She's
fuck? No,
tiny.
she's not.
She's tiny.
Hold on. There's no way Reese
She's
Witherspoon's
tiny.
5'1",
Mm-hmm.
dude.
Go ahead.
Dude, she's 5'1"?
She's 5'1". She's tiny. She's tiny. Mm-hmm.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
How about this one? This one is. She's a baddie. She's a baddie. Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson. How tall do you think she is?
Dude, at this point, I'm just gonna say 5'1" for everybody. No, Scarlett Johansson, because she's married to what's
Colin.
the...
Colin Firth. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. From SNL. Mm-hmm.
We need to fucking talk about that
I
shit. Did
haven't
you...
watched it yet.
Hold on. Did
I
you...
haven't
T, you
watched it
haven't
yet.
fucking
I
seen it?
only
Oh
seen
my
some of the Dave Chappelle
god,
clips,
dude.
but I didn't see the weekly update. I haven't watched the weekly
Bro.
update yet.
You didn't see... Did you
Nope.
not see the
I
weekly
didn't.
update from the
Nope. I
holidays when
didn't
they went
see
on
it.
break? Bro, what's his name Michael makes him say
Oh,
one of the
Michael Chang?
fucking, like, I was just made Colin say one of
Oh,
the fucking craziest
shit.
things about her, and she
No
was
way.
there.
Okay, I gotta watch it now. Because you
Yeah.
sent it in the group chat.
I was like, bro, I was crying. I
They're
had never seen
funny
those
as
before.
fuck. They're
I had
so
never
funny.
Dude, I have never seen the ones
They're
where they
so funny.
they
Yeah.
write for each other
Mm-hmm.
during the holidays to the way they end. Dude, when he had the
Oh,
Martin Luther
fuck.
King activist up
Yeah,
there.
I need to watch it now. I
Bro,
haven't
you haven't
seen that
seen
one.
that one? Oh my god. I've never it's altogether I watched every single one. It's
Mm-hmm.
probably about an hour and I was
Okay,
crying
yeah.
laughing.
Their weekly
Just
updates are funny because it's off the cuff.
that's what I was gonna talk to you about. I was like, bro, we should write a segment where we write each other, but then I was like, we'd probably get kicked out, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I could say some of the shit that he said. Like
I'd keep it. I'd keep it where you could say it.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they do too, but at the same time, I was just like, maybe I want to do that with you, but at the same time, I got to tell you, like, you can't because we have to say it. We'd have to say it, but at the same time, I was like, T would probably like I got to put a rule where you can't make me
Okay,
say the
I
N
wouldn't
word,
do that to you.
like, like, and then he'd be like, read the joke, look at every word is Nigg. Be like, wait, what?
Ninja, ninja, ninja,
No,
ninja,
all right, go
ninja.
back. Scarlett Johansson. He's tall, so I would say she's about 5'7".
5'3". She's five
What the
three.
fuck?
She's five
No
three.
way.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep. 5'3" baddie. There's no
Dude,
longer
he has. What is his name again?
Colin. It's
Um,
not Colin Firth. Colin. What's his name? I know Colin something. Colin. Michael Chang and Colin. Jost. Colin Jost. Jost. Mm-hmm.
Colin Jost.
Yes.
Let me see. He has to be tall.
He's 5'10".
Oh. Yeah.
He's
Oh
five
no, he's
ten.
only
Mm-hmm.
5'10". Dude, he
He looks
looks like
tall.
he's like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
6'2". Yeah. Hollywood
Hollywood's
be
crazy,
fucking
man.
people up, man.
Hollywood's crazy. Well,
I mean, Johnny Depp. Do you know how tall he
he's
is? I'm
he's
pretty
like
sure
five
he's only
foot
five
something.
seven.
Yeah.
I think he's only 5'7". No,
He's
he's
five
5'10"
ten.
too, which I think is a lie.
He
I'm
ain't
pretty
that
sure it's a
tall.
lie. Yeah, I'm
He
pretty sure
ain't that
that's a
tall.
lie. Same thing with Leo. Leo says he's 6 foot. I don't think he's 6 foot either.
I think Leo could be 6 foot. He could pass for 6 foot. Leo could. Leo could. What about this one? Halle Berry.
She's 5'4".
5'5". Mm-hmm.
She's 5'5". She looks like
Yeah.
she could be small.
She's
Yeah,
5'5"
yeah.
compact. What about this one? Margot Robbie.
I'm trying to compare her to other ones with high heels. Will Smith is what,
Yeah, sounds
6'2"?
about right.
I'm gonna go with five,
Five
5'5".
six. Yeah,
5'6". She's
5'6".
my height.
Mm-hmm. For Megan Good. It
Doesn't
don't.
matter. Just
It don't.
just that's that girl right there, man. Megan Good. God, I'm I'm hoping she's under like God. That just makes her even. I'm gonna say she's like
You
five
got it.
five.
She's 5'5".
She's 5'5".
So this list made me think. Okay, I'm gonna finish up the last three. There's last three. Kiki Palmer.
Kiki looks short. She
Okay,
definitely looks small. I feel like she's
five
like five
six.
four. She's
Mm-hmm.
five
Mm-hmm.
six. Okay.
What about Liz Cambage, the Australian hooper? The
Who the
Australian
fuck
hooper,
is that?
baddie, the baddie hooper. She's kind of a asshole on the court though. She just started OnlyFans.
She's
Uh,
I don't know who that
yeah,
is, but she's a hooper. So I'm gonna go what, 5'10".
6'9". Look her up.
Six
Look her
nine.
up.
Hold on. Her name is
Liz
what? Liz what?
Cambage. Cambage.
Okay, I got her.
I think she's so bad.
Uh, yeah, I don't know who
Really?
she is at all. Who does she play for? She plays
Yes.
for the Aces.
I think she's so bad.
You know what's crazy is ever since what's her name got into the WNBA, I've
Okay.
been more into it. Like I know
Mm.
all the teams and everything, but it's all because of her. I don't care what's her name says. That dum dum that can't
Mm-hmm.
fucking hit shit.
Angel Reese.
Um,
Uh-huh.
Angel Reese. Angel Reese did not make the WNBA. It was all.
Angel
It was
Reese is
all
still
what's her name.
fine. I don't care. She's so
Dude,
bad.
so, so two things about Angel Reese. So they asked a lot of the female basketball players
Mm.
who they look like or who
Okay.
they get mixed for, and she said that she was the first one, and no joke, she was just like, I get mixed for Megan Thee
No,
Stallion all the
what?
time. And then it went to other people. And then I went to the comments and everybody's like, fuck that shit. Nobody said that. You look like Sid the Sloth. And I was just like, bro, why did they do dude, ever since that I don't find her attractive because all I see is Sid the
See,
Sloth.
and I've seen the
I
Sid the
can't do it
Sloth
anymore, dude.
reference so much. She's so bad, though. She's still bad. I don't care. I don't care what anybody
I can't
says. She's so
I can't
bad.
get past it.
Angel Reese is
Like
bad. She's so bad. Even though she can't make a goddamn layup, she is bad.
Dude, when you talk about Caitlin Clark, I don't know why I couldn't think of her name for the fucking. I need like
Hmm.
some fucking memory juice or some shit. Caitlin
Oh
Clark made
yeah,
the
yeah, she
WNBA. I don't
did.
care
She
what
made it
anybody
better.
says.
She
It
did.
was all
She
her
did.
by herself. Angel
She did.
Reese became the villain and dug herself a
I
hole,
agree. I agree. There's no lie
and
told.
then when she said that shit, I was like, bro,
There's there's no lie told. Yeah.
not like
Hmm.
she's a pretty girl. She is definitely pretty. But
She
then I was
didn't
just
make
like,
the
bro, no.
WNBA. She didn't. She really didn't. She could say that it was rode on the coattails of her, but if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark to make a big impact in women's college basketball, the WNBA will still be stagnant. It would be. Sorry. Like, yeah.
I can't fucking do
What?
it, see?
She's so
I can't do
bad.
it.
Oh,
No,
Angel
I'm
Reese
just
is
looking
so
at the
bad.
fucking. I put up Angel Reese in the sloth, and they got pictures of
Nah,
her where she's
nah.
making the
Don't
goofy
do her
face
like
as she
that.
is.
Y'all can't do
I
her like
can't do
that.
it, dude. But this motherfucker said, she said,
No, she don't
Megan the
look like a goddamn
Stallion.
Meg the Stallion. Because Meg the Stallion don't look like Sid, but yet Angel Reese, I could see where y'all could say that, but you can't tell me she's not bad though. You can't tell me she's not.
She's a pretty girl, but there are prettier
Yes,
girls in the
yes,
NBA, and it just threw me. It's you know what it is. It's
yeah.
her eyes. Her eyes
I
are a
feel
little
you.
bit further apart, and then she wears those
Hmm.
heavy
Yep.
eyelashes. Which Sid the Sloth, his eyes are apart, and he has heavy
Well, the
dark
girl that
eyelashes.
Sid was in the Ice Age, what continental drift or a little bit
Yeah,
collision course.
but I just can't do it. There's this one guy that I follow on Instagram, and he's like, because they're
Hmm.
doing 3-on-3,
Okay.
they're doing threes until the WNBA starts, and she's a part of it. And he's like, "Here goes Angel Reese again." He's like, "I got my Angel Reese cereal box," and he throws it, and he's like, "Up, I missed the table. That's why it's Angel Reese." And then when he does her highlights, he's like, "Let's see what she's doing. She's under there, bang!" He does bang really loud, and it's every time she
That's fucked
misses.
up.
And I was like, "Bro, she
She
just misses
does.
all the time." And she's a triple double, not a triple,
I
she's
think
a
she
double
does it
double queen.
on purpose.
But but she, when we're talking basketball, and this is, I wanted to talk to you about this. Jokic against
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shea
Mm-hmm.
Alexander,
Yeah.
SG, whatever his name is. When you look at Jokic's numbers, he's having the NBA's craziest fucking numbers that
Mm-hmm.
nobody's ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Wilt Chamberlain
I
didn't even
seen
have these
that. I
numbers type
seen
of
that the
games.
other day. Mm-hmm.
But they said SGA, Shea Gilgis Alexander, is gonna win because he's putting up more points and he's a bigger factor for
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma
Mm-hmm.
City Thunder than the
Okay.
Nuggets. And I was like, and that was Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A. Smith, and a couple
Okay.
other people. They were like, SGA is bigger compared to Jokic with
I
the
feel
team, which
that.
is total bullshit. I was like, bro, his numbers are assists. SGA is only getting points. Tell me how the last time he had 56 points, the last game, and they were like, "Oh, this solidified it." This motherfucker had like 26 fucking free throw points.
Damn. Damn.
The whole Nuggets team
Yeah,
had
that's fucking
19 free
crazy.
throw points. When
26 by
Jokic had
himself.
a triple double, I was like, at that point you're at that point
Yeah.
you're just looking for
Mm-hmm.
the foul.
Yep.
When I get it that it's voter fatigue, that they don't want Jokic to be it again, but why are you penalized when you're having one of the
Mm-hmm.
greatest fucking seasons
Mm-hmm.
ever that nobody's ever seen? Not
Yep.
LeBron, not Michael Jordan. Wilt Chamberlain is
Yeah.
the closest one. Wilt, shit that has never been broken.
Since the 70s.
And you're telling SGA is the better because
And
he's
it's
putting up
bullshit.
56 points?
It's
The
bullshit.
motherfucker's
Yeah, that's all
just
he's
trying to
doing.
score. Jokic is doing a triple double, 17 fucking
And
assists,
he
22
doesn't
rebounds,
care.
and 35 points.
He doesn't fucking care.
And he hit a freaking, and it
Mm-hmm.
showed. He hit that fucking, what,
Yep.
86
He
feet?
just tossed it.
Fucking
Just tossed it. Mm-hmm.
crazy threw it
Yep.
up, and everybody was
Hmm.
like, "Oh my god!" and people were freaking out, and he's
It's
just
a
like, "Give me
fucking
the
job to
footage."
him.
I sent that thing, and it showed like it showed him with this frown, and then they went into his head, and it showed him riding horses, and he was smiling, and I thought that was
You
the
know, and it's
funniest thing
crazy
ever.
to me because it's like this man puts up these figures. He's not stat padding. He's not doing any of this shit. He's just
Oh
playing.
no, but they'll
He's
all
not
say he's
though.
stat padding.
He's not. He's not.
They, what's his name? That's not even in the NBA anymore. I'll get his name, but he's the one
Kendrick
that said
Perkins.
Jokic is stat padding.
Oh,
No, Kendrick Perkins said no. I'm voting for SGA because he is needed by the
no,
Oklahoma
he's
City
not.
Thunder
They
right
have
now, and
so
they
many
wouldn't
good
be where
people on
they're
his
at
squad
without him
just to single it out.
because Chet Holmgren is hurt.
Yeah, but what
Because Chet
happened to
Holmgren is
all
hurt.
everything in the beginning of the season though? That was all an effort. Shut up,
Yeah.
Kendrick Perkins.
So, and that was Stephen A. Smith said the same thing. He said Jokic isn't needed, and our Jokic isn't a factor compared to SGA
Suck my
for his team.
dick.
Now, the guy, I forgot his name, and he used to play basketball. He said that Jokic is stat padding, which was funny because Jokic had he had 5 triple doubles
Hmm.
besides today's game, which they look like when the Nuggets and the Avalanche play matinee
Yeah,
games,
they
they
look
just
like
look like
shit.
shit. They
Yeah,
can't play during the day. I knew they were going to lose. I could have put money on it. I was like, bro,
yeah.
the Nuggets are going to lose. He said that Jokic was stat padding, but Jokic's last triple doubles were all done before the third quarter, and he didn't play the fourth. If he was stat padding,
And
wouldn't
he
he
would
have
have just
played the
played
fourth?
more.
Wouldn't he not be dishing dimes to everybody else? Like, if I'm stat padding, I wouldn't care about assists, but this motherfucker's doing triple doubles, and his assists are bigger. A lot of the times are
Hmm.
more than his
Yes, they are.
rebounds,
Yeah.
which
Yep.
is
It's
crazy.
either his assists are more or his rebounds are more. It's never his points.
If if I'm stat padding, nobody else should be getting double doubles or even triple
Hmm.
doubles
Hmm.
on my
Yep.
team. Twice
And he's
Russell
known for
Westbrook,
stat padding.
17
Hmm.
years in the league, got kicked off the LA Lakers because he didn't do shit, has true triple doubles at the same
Yep.
time as Nikola Jokic.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
definitely stat
Mm.
padding by Nikola
It's yeah.
Jokic.
There's
It's
so
fucking
much hate
stupid,
against
dude.
him. So much
I don't
because
understand.
they don't want a foreigner the face of the NBA because he's not flashy. It doesn't matter if he's flashy because if you go to the fucking
Mm,
foreign leagues, they make way better accurate passes than any stupid ass shit that you're going to do. There's going to be way more accuracy percentage wise when it comes to assists in foreign leagues because they focus on the fundamentals. Yes, it's going to take away from the finesse and all this other stuff that John Morant's doing over
yeah.
Wimbyana and SGA doing all this shit. Like, of course it is. But at the same time, though, are those guys really individual players or are they team players? At the end of the day, they're individual players. They're
Yeah.
not team players. This is why
Yep.
ever since Jokic just came on the Nuggets, he's made that team better because of camaraderie, teamwork, and they just put it all together because when LeBron was there, it was all flashy. Everybody sat there and watched LeBron work his fucking ass off for 6 years until he left to Miami for 3.
So this is my, what would you call it? My
Mm-hmm.
conspiracy with the NBA. The NBA players. When Jokic, now that Jokic is doing what he did,
Mm-hmm.
especially the past 2 years, not really this year, but the past 2 years, I feel like the Player Association, all the big name ones, all came together and said, fuck this guy. We don't want to be a part of his team. And when we play him, we're going to play extra hard. Now, I really
Mm-hmm.
believe they do that, especially when you look at. I feel like he has a target
Yeah.
on his, which he should. The MVP
Yeah.
player should have a target on his back because you
Mm-hmm.
want to be better than him. At the same time, it's the weirdest thing when I watch other games because today was a
Yeah.
matinee of all kinds of
Yeah.
games. It's supposed to be
It's that whole yeah.
Rivals
Yeah.
Week and all this
Yeah.
shit. So I watched a
Mm-hmm.
whole bunch of games. When I watched the Denver Nuggets, and it was funny because I was reading this Lakers forum on Twitter. Lakers fans were even excited to watch the Denver Nuggets before the Lakers because they said the Nuggets and with Jokic, it makes me love basketball for the game
Mm-hmm.
because he does everything for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yep.
exciting to watch. They have more assists and they're the worst at 3-point shooting and they're winning by triple or
Mm-hmm.
double digits, right? But then you watch like today when what's his name? Fucking Michael Jordan's little kid. For the Timberwolves.
John
What is his
Morant,
fucking name?
or no,
No,
Anthony
for the
Edwards. Anthony
Timberwolves.
Edwards.
Edwards. Edwards. Edwards was a game time decision. He was super, super sick. They told him not to play. And when the Nuggets show up, they show up harder. They had been struggling, and then the Nuggets showed up, and all of a sudden that dude is like throwing up fucking threes half court. Been struggling all year. They're
Mm.
not where they were last year, but then when they play the Nuggets, I feel like it's the same thing. But Jokic is trying to change that around. After every fucking game, even though they lose, he goes and tries to shake
Mm-hmm.
everybody's hand as a good sport.
Oh.
You don't see anybody else do that unless they're friends. Jokic goes and tells
Mm-hmm.
everybody, "Hey, good game, good shit, all this stuff." It don't matter if
Mm-hmm.
he knows you or anything. Dude, like the NBA, I can literally
Yep.
tell they don't like
Except
him. It's
LeBron.
like, bro.
LeBron loves Jokic. LeBron loves
Oh
Jokic.
yeah, but before I feel like it was like maybe about 3 years ago, I felt like he was in the same
Okay.
boat. Jokic would try to shake his hand, especially when he beat them
In the
when
bubble.
they swept them.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
last
yeah,
year,
yeah.
but the year before, the Nuggets swept them. When the
Mm-hmm.
Nuggets won the championship, when the Nuggets swept him,
Yeah.
he ran off the court. LeBron just went, but at the same
Yeah.
time, like he
Because
was
his team didn't
disappointed.
show up.
He, yeah, Jokic will lose and
Mm-hmm.
shake everybody's hand. Even when Minnesota beat him in Game 7, and
Yeah.
Jokic was pissed. Jokic was mad at Edwards because he was waving at the
Mm-hmm.
crowd. He was acting
Yep.
the fool. He was cussing at him. He even went up to Edwards and was like, bro, don't do that. Like, what are you doing? And then at the end,
Right.
he shook everybody's hand.
Yeah.
Edwards didn't
But
even want to
Edwards was
shake
a
his hand.
punk. Yeah.
Edwards walked away. And I
He's
was like, bro,
childish.
that just shows, like, dude, you're
Mm-hmm.
childish and
Yep.
get over this.
Yep.
Like, Perkins and Stephen A. Smith have no business being NBA analysts, in my opinion. No business. Kendrick
He's
Perkins was a shitty
garbage.
fucking player.
Garbage.
Dude, he was in the same bucket as baby,
Glenn Davis.
what's his name? Baby Davis. Yeah. When I hear Kendrick Perkins, I think of
and
Glenn
he's
Davis.
only as
Baby
an
Davis.
analyst because of his hot takes. And his hot takes are just biased anyway. They're just biased.
Like, Steve, who the fuck was
I never
Stephen A.
seen him
Smith,
play at
dude?
all. That's
Bro
so
never
I'm like,
played
how did you get
basketball.
this job? Like that's more of the same. But
He,
but again, it's his hot takes, it's his opinions, it's his charisma, it's his loudness. Like yeah, that's. Mm-hmm, I know, I know.
dude, the dude's annoying. And then you got them going, oh, he's gonna be MVP. I'm like, bro, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
That's just rude. Oh, that's what Kendrick Perkins said. Jokic needs to get past the MVP and look at bigger things, like being in the top 5
What do
big
you
men
mean?
ever to
He
play
already
basketball,
is.
winning
He already
championships.
is.
I was like, dude, he's past you. I get it that Shaq was
Yeah.
salty for a little bit, and now he's understood that yeah, this dude is
Mm-hmm.
just on another level. He's playing way better
Mm-hmm.
basketball than I ever have. Perkins literally saying you need to look past the MVP is saying, hey, you've won this enough. You don't need this anymore.
Say the
Jokic
same
could give
thing
a
to
shit less
Giannis.
if he
Say the
wins it.
same thing to bitch ass Embiid. Like, say those
Yeah,
same fucking. Keep that same energy to them because those ones want to. Maybe not so much Giannis, but more so Embiid. He wants to be that top tier motherfucker. Jokic don't care. Giannis
yeah.
wants to win another championship. That's all Giannis wants to do,
That's
and so does Jokic.
Jokic. Jokic cracks me up. He's his interview when he hit
Mm-hmm.
that crazy shot, that full court shot, and they won and all that stuff. He said, "I'm glad we won." They had announced the West, and he was the top West
Okay.
with votes. He was the
Yeah,
number
that's
one, which
awesome.
is crazy. Like 2 years ago, LeBron picked him last
Yep.
to be on his team. Jokic doesn't want to be at the All-Star game. He literally, his interview said, "Yeah, I knew that full court was going in. It looked good. I knew it was going in. He was just bullshit." And he started laughing. And they were like, "How do you feel about being the top West player in votes to go to the All-Star game?" He's like, "I appreciate all the fans out there, but you guys keep on taking me away from having days off."
I fucking hate y'all.
I was like, bro, he said that shit with his chest right there. Like,
The
come on,
All-Star
guys.
weekend
Like, I
is
don't want to do this
bullshit.
shit.
I got
He
better
cracks
things to
me
do
up.
before the playoffs. Please let me rest. This is bullshit.
Yeah. He's like, "You're taking away my rest days."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's so
It's
funny.
true. That's
That's
why
why
he
he doesn't
doesn't
play.
play.
I now that Luka is hurt, if Jokic were to, oh, I can't go, I'm injured, I probably wouldn't even watch it. I mean, I will watch it, but at the same
It's
time, I
just,
wouldn't be
yeah.
entertained. When they're playing, I love watching Steph Curry. I love watching what some of the younger cats are doing and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
besides that, it's just a joke. I loved watching Luka. Luka and Jokic cracked me up that whole fucking time. Them two were every time they were on there. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, they're funny. It's a different type of thing. They don't care. They know how good they
Yeah.
are, but like it's a joke. You guys aren't playing. We're playing for money, but we're not actually playing. We're not playing defense.
It's the high
Like,
scoring game.
are we really playing for money? Like, at that point, who cares? Play flag football. NFL.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Pro football, NFL. But at the same time, it is. I would much rather have them do flag football to save themselves, even though their season's basically over.
It's like if they get hurt, they've had a
they
whole
have the
fucking
whole. They
summer off. Like, get over it.
Yeah.
NFL with flag football is, yes, it's to protect the players. At the same time, like, it's football. That's what you're getting paid for. All you got to say is let up on your tackles. Pretend that you're tackling Mahomes.
Not me. I'm going through that motherfucker.
I wish.
Yeah, that's another thing that kills me. So I seen an article that they were talking about the whole scrutiny behind the refs missing calls or fabricating calls. They're actually going to start to zero in on more calls and stuff like that. I'm like, that should have been done 2 years ago when they were doing that bullshit.
Well, I think they're just getting called out more. It's not just fans anymore. It's actually sports analysts and stuff like that. Like, especially on Twitter with Mahomes with those last two where he flopped out of bounds.
Jared Goff got
flag.
fucking rocked.
Yeah, and that's the difference. You can't be biased, and they show it in the NFL. When Mahomes is on the field, he's favored like crazy. Hot mic'd, Travis Kelce literally hot mic'd and said, "I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm gonna get away with it." The motherfucker said that, and it hot mic'd on the the ref's fucking mic, and nobody has a problem with that. Like, what? Dude, he's literally saying,
I can do what I want.
Fucking, I can do whatever I want. I can set picks. I can throw you down, but you hit my quarterback. A quarterback should be protected to a point. If a quarterback is protected, I believe all players should be protected. And they try to protect them with, like, the hit tackles and all that stuff, which makes sense. It's less legs broken, because I don't want to see that shit. It's gross when it happens. At the same time, I believe if a quarterback goes past the line of scrimmage, is outside the pocket, he's got a protective space. This is what I believe. The NFL should say, hey, you are protective here. The moment that you tuck and run, or you do your pass,
fake pitter-patter shit,
RPO, your RPO, where you have an option and you run out of the pocket, you're fair game.
You are.
You're a runner.
And that's why they have the ability to slide.
I don't understand why. Yeah, that's why they're getting 30, 40 yards. And that's not just Mahomes, but even at least Josh Allen will take a hit. Mahomes is a bitch. I'm sorry, he's a bitch. That dude's Kermit the Frog, bitch made. Jim Henson made that dude. I I read somebody, especially when he flopped, this one girl who's a sports analyst for Denver,
Mm-hmm.
up in Denver for the Nuggets. She's just like, at this point, somebody just take the 15 yards, the $50,000, all even help nail that motherfucker.
We're out here making fucking bounties, making
Seriously.
bounties against Mahomes.
But at that point, it's just like, bro, if you're gonna tackle him and they're gonna call the flag, at least
Eh,
make it worth the while. Yeah. Do what freaking
I'm with
yeah.
yeah.
Some of the Broncos, I forgot he doesn't play for the Broncos anymore, but he used to just nail people. And this is not like the early
Okay.
2000s, 90s. I'm talking like 2 years ago. He got in trouble a
Oh,
lot for hitting
really?
people. And I was like, because he wouldn't let up.
It's kind
And
of
it's
hard
hard for
to.
players, especially when they're Steve
Yeah.
Atwater type players, the John
Mm-hmm.
Lynch type players, where they hit the Brian
Mm-hmm.
Dawkins, the Ray Lewises. They
Yep.
all were known
Yep.
for that power hit. Lead with the body, leave the ground. Your feet go off the
Mm-hmm.
ground. You spear them, all that stuff.
You
Sometimes you
can't.
can't get that out of your system, and the NFL is just like, you can't hit him. Like,
How am I going to stop him? I'm sorry.
sorry,
This is just
like
how I play. This is what
you're
I'm known
you're
for.
you are in a profession for physical contact.
Mm-hmm.
At what point does the NFL stop with that? Because that's why all these
They
UFLs and
exist.
XFLs
Mm-hmm.
and Canadian Football League, and they're even trying to do European, which is supposed to take on a lot more
Mm-hmm.
rugby players
Oh,
and
they
stuff
hit
like that,
so
which
hard.
hit way worse
And they
without
know how to
pads.
hit.
The NFL is going to lose views when that happens because
Mm-hmm.
they're letting all this stuff up. I get protecting the players.
Oh,
CTE is a
absolutely.
real thing. Seeing all that shit, but you're in a profession like that. That's almost like saying, "Hey, I want to join the army, but
I don't want to do combat. Yeah.
flag on the play because
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
bullets are flying
Yeah.
past me." Like,
Yeah.
bro, you signed up
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
You signed up
You
to
know
be an
what this
NFL
come. You
player.
know
You're
what
going to
it
get hit.
entails. You do.
Mahomes can't slide. If he slides, I get it. But at the same time, if he takes a hit, he takes a hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's on him. He chose to become a runner. When he tucks that in, take that fucking QB name
He's
away
a
from him.
runner.
He is now a runner. If a running back could get
And
hit
they
that
get
hard,
paid
he should be able to
far
get hit that hard.
less, and that's the problem. They
Yep.
take way more hits
Yep.
than the quarterbacks do, and they get paid far less than what the quarterbacks do. Even though the quarterback, yes, I get it, but running backs, they take a lot of hits, man. They do. They take a lot of hits, and they get paid far less all the time.
They do. So T, I gotta venture
That's
this
all
off to
right. That's all
something
right.
else that we need to
Well, we
talk
could
about.
wrap it up.
So it's probably going to take a
Okay.
while for us to wrap this up because I don't know
Oh
why we didn't
shit.
talk about this earlier. But brand new news, January
Mm-hmm.
25th today, right?
26
5
now,
days
but yeah.
ago,
Mm-hmm.
our new president went into office. From the great comedian John Mulaney that once said, "Sometimes I'll just be looking at the newsfeed, wondering what the horse is doing in the hospital today. First off, what's the horse doing in the hospital? And he just tweeted, we're back into the
Mm-hmm.
Wild Wild
We
West,
definitely
T.
are.
The Wild Wild
There
West
was even one I
exists
seen.
again."
I can't remember who it was, and listeners and viewers, please quote me who said this. I'm going to paraphrase, but it says, "The clown enters the palace, but yet he wants to be king, but yet it turns into the palace turns into a circus." That's what we're dealing with now, people. The Gulf of America,
I'm
all
telling
this
you,
bullshit.
John Mulaney skit, "A Horse in a Hospital," is probably one of the best ways to describe it. He said, the horse shouldn't be in the hospital, but we allowed the horse to be in the hospital. And now we're wondering what the horse is doing. Some days the horse is doing great things. He saved a baby. He performed a heart surgery. Good on the horse. We didn't know the horse could do that. But then there's days where it's super quiet. What's
Mm-hmm.
the horse doing?
Mm-hmm.
Why is the horse conspiracy in cahoots with the hippo?
You know, it's crazy you say that because like I seen the whole pardon of the 1,500 people, and I was just like, do you understand what message you are sending in America for people that have this this shoot first, ask questions later, or maybe never, just because they feel they're entitled. What what message are you? What narrative are you sending these individuals because they were caught once, but then they were pardoned by the most highest person of our land, and then they're like, you know what? He already pardoned me once. What else can I do? But what about the individuals
Yeah.
that aren't on board with you and they've been in prison for something very small and minuscule that these other ones did? You're pushing a narrative of giving criminals a right to do things. Like if someone killed one of my family members and you pardoned them, how is that going to make me feel? How do you think it makes
Yeah.
those 1,500, the people that were affected by those 1,500 people that were pardoned, how do you think it makes them feel on what you've done and where you've crossed the line and were in endangered individuals? And then they have a president who has 34 felonies that was convicted, but isn't no repercussions are going to happen. And they're just like, well, my
Yeah.
president was convicted, so was I, but I'm here walking free. You're creating a narrative that is not going to work. And it's only going to get
Yeah.
ugly. It's going to get so ugly.
It's already so it already seeing Trump in office. There were multiple things to it. It really showed how,
Mm-hmm.
especially when he took office, when he
Mm-hmm.
did the
Oh, and he's
inauguration and
talking
everybody
shit
was
to
there.
people, and yeah,
It,
the
he was
bishop.
openly
Mm-hmm.
talking shit to people. When the Reverend, I told you about this, when the Reverend was praying for everybody, not the Jewish guy, but the guy from
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore, he was up there, and then they panned to this girl, and she was just giggling, all that stuff. I was just like, bro, this is becoming, it's
Yep.
a circus again. It we're open to racism. We're open to, we can do.
Open the
I mean, we
floodgates
talked
all
about
over
this.
again.
Our president is a felon. Whether you like it or not,
Mm-hmm.
he might not,
No,
he can't go to jail.
no.
He can't get fined. The only thing that came with it is he's got a stamp that says you're a president of the United States, but down at the
Mm-hmm.
bottom you are a felon.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, if my president could be a
I
felon,
could do
I
whatever
could
I
do whatever the
want.
fuck I want, right? At this point,
I could do
it's the
whatever
Wild
I
Wild
want.
West. It's getting, the president did a lot of good things, especially when he jumped in there. I like some of the
Okay.
stuff he did talk about. At the same time, I didn't like some of the stuff he talked about as well. Like the whole taking the Panama Canal. They did give it to Panama. It was Panama's land. We did build the canal with help of China. China did help us. They did. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's why
Mm-hmm.
Chinese influence and Asian influence
Mm-hmm.
is really big in Panama. But he wants to take
Mm-hmm.
back the Panama Canal. Is kind of, I'm gonna force my hand and see what China says. The tariffs against Mexico and Canada is, I want to see how far I can get with it and stuff like that. I'm best friends with Russia, and Russia, Vladimir Putin was like, if Trump was president when this Ukraine war started, it would have never happened.
What does
Bitch,
that mean?
what
What
the
do we have
fuck
to
do
do
we
with your
have to do with
problems?
your
Yeah. What do we have to?
presidency?
You're seeking
That's
power over
your
there.
fucking problem. Why are we involved with a war that has
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with us? That's
Mm-hmm.
your fucking war. You saying this wouldn't have happened if Trump was there kind of
Right.
concerns me. Like, you're a fucking dictator. Like, we shouldn't be, like, have peace with the dictator. Shut the fuck up. Whatever you're doing over there, it doesn't concern me. But you're saying, hey, my best
Mm-hmm.
friend over here is
Yep.
president now? Like,
Yep.
bro,
It
that's
is
kind of
scary,
scary.
man. Like there's so many things that are like the Silk Road, like I said in the group chat. The Silk Road dude was
Yeah.
pardoned, but he was in
Yeah.
prison in 2013. What the fuck? What
Yeah,
the
I don't
fuck?
understand.
Yeah.
When you said that, I was like, why did he get pardoned?
That means that
That,
that goes to show, in my opinion, something else behind the scenes is happening. He was in prison in 2013, way before his
yeah.
presidency. Why is he being pardoned? What's going on? What about all the other people that were wrongfully accused that were wrongfully
And
accused?
all you Trumpers out there, just so you know, before we get deeper into this, we're not
No,
saying that
we're
Joe Biden
absolutely
was the
no, we're
best
not.
president
No,
ever.
no,
Joe Biden does
no,
not need to be president. He
no.
didn't need to be reelected. I'm glad the party kicked him out because he
He needs
just
to
needs to
chill.
go and
He just needs to chill.
retire.
Yeah.
He just needs to retire. what we're saying is the people that are that are a part of Trump's group are really concerning, especially the people that were back behind him during his inauguration. Were all the people. The guy that owns like fucking the Tropicana, half of the strip was there. Elon Musk
Zuckerberg,
was there.
Bezos.
Zuckerberg couldn't keep his fucking eyes off that girl's tits. I was like, bro,
Who wears
and
shit like that?
Elon Musk was fucking tripping balls. That's what I wanted to get into with Elon Musk. So, all you fuckers out there, and we talked about this, do your research before you open your. There's all these little pictures of Obama with his
Kamala
hand like
doing it.
this, and Biden and Kamala. Watch the full
Yep.
video. None of them
Yep.
are going from the heart straight out like this. With it like this. The funniest fucking thing is, and everybody could go and look at this, people from Germany are literally saying, that motherfucker is doing the salute. Oh, but he's autistic.
I don't know one
he's autistic. Then are you saying it's okay
right.
for him to do
He
that?
knows what he does.
Should we be concerned about Tesla and doing that? Motherfucker is smart. He knows what he's doing. If he's a smart autistic, he knows what he's doing. Germans are saying that everybody's gonna be like, Derek's doing it. Like, look at him.
He
knows what he was
doing.
He
knows.
It's all little symbols. Even what's his name? Trump's son, not the tall motherfucker,
Eric?
but the one that wants
Is
to
it
do
Eric?
everything. Had his hands in a symbol, and his
Taps
wife
him.
literally told him to stop doing that. We're not fucking stupid. You guys elected this party, and like I said, Trump's doing some good things. I think he did some stupid things at the same time. I didn't know that he pardoned that one guy.
It
which
makes
just
no
was
sense.
Like, what
it makes no
the
sense.
fuck is going on? The whole immigrants. I personally think that if you came over here the wrong way, you shouldn't be here. Any country, not just Mexico. But then this is how I was like, welcome to the Wild Wild West. Today I saw a video. This Latino, he went back to Mexico. He got shipped out, and he said, "Thank you, Mr. Trump, for kicking me out of the United States. I hadn't had any time off from my work picking your vegetables for you. I get 1 week off, and then I'll be back." And he's like, you know how I'll be back? The CARTEL got me this passport, and you guys will see me back. Multiple things that are scary about that. He hit the point. Trump got him out. He's coming back because of the cartel. He also said, hey, I was picking your vegetables, but I get a week off. So now the work conditions that he was pointing out were like, bro, I haven't had a vacation. Thank you for this week off while I'm back in Mexico. I get to see my family, but I will be back. The first comment said, this is why we need to shoot these motherfuckers. If I see him, I will shoot him.
And he did nothing wrong. That guy did nothing wrong.
This is Trump's America.
Remember when they were saying that when all the immigrants, the Haitian immigrants, and the sheriff of some town in the Midwest was like, when Trump's in office, I'm going to start wrangling up my foreigners myself, and I'm going to start doing it. This is the narrative that he's pushing upon. When you have individuals that have these different kind of occupations, they start taking shit into their own hands. We get another January 6th. Yeah. And it'll be worse. Yep. And for what? And for what? To prove loyalty to this stupid fuck that doesn't care about you just because he pardoned you?
Well, I thought that was the funniest thing is when during his inauguration, I was laughing my ass off. He's like, thank you to all the blacks and the Latinos for voting for me. And then like 2 minutes later, he's like, we will get everybody out of here. And I was like, you fucking dumbass Latinos, Mexicans, for all those men, all those guys that were in there fucking voting for him, saying he was going to do all this for you.
Nope, he
don't give a shit about you.
He don't.
You were just a vote. You were just a vote. And then they were like, oh, Biden brought you guys in there to help his vote, but we went with Donald Trump. You guys fucked up. Because at least Biden would have kept you in there. Donald Trump, at the same time, I'm glad those caravans and Joe Biden allowing them in there, I don't think was cool. Yeah. That's not good. especially when you looked at all those caravans, a lot of them were active men that looked like they were
Okay.
should have
Okay.
been in the military.
Okay.
No women whatsoever, no children. A lot of men came to the United States. A lot of very fit men came to
Mm-hmm.
the United States. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's very suspicious.
I just
Very suspicious.
I'm very just put aside myself for what's going to happen these next 4 years. I just don't know what to expect. I don't know what he has behind closed doors. I don't know what individuals that are Americans that aren't politicians, what they're going to do that are supporters of him. Like it's very frightening to see what they're going to do.
Dude, I think he's gonna get a lot
Oh, yeah,
away with a lot
absolutely.
more stuff as president. I think he's gonna go balls balls to the wall because he knows
Hmm.
this is the last that
Maybe.
he'll be in office. I think he's
Hmm.
even gonna try to change it.
And
I think he's
imagine
gonna
all
try
the
to change it
things
to
that
where
they were just handing him to sign, and he was just boop, boop, boop.
mm-hmm.
What else is underneath those papers? What else is underneath in those bills?
Yeah,
Who knows what the fuck is going to happen under his presidency? Because he's going to be like, fuck the Democrats. I'm just going to sign everything.
bro, and he has the help. They won the House. They won
Hmm.
everything. It's all red.
It's all
It's a
red.
red.
It's blood
There's
red. It's fucking red wedding.
fucking funniest thing was Bernie Sanders during his inauguration was just pouting, had his hands crossed, pouting. I was laughing so hard. It's crazy, crazy stuff that they not take away the views and stuff. The inauguration was actually really cool to see. I watched it from
You think
morning
so?
to end, then dancing and stuff like. I
Huh.
thought it was really cool. I think it's really cool how they do that, like
I
the
do like the
prayers,
prayer.
being able to having everybody
But
there. I thought it
it
was
used
cool
to be
that Bush
nicer
came
than
and
this. It used to
Clinton.
be way nicer than this years ago. It was very, very more formal. It was more respectful and stuff like
Yeah,
that in that setting. But now it's just,
I feel like Well, I feel like it was kind of throw, but if you take out the whole like throw it in your face, exclude his
mm-hmm.
speech and stuff like that, just the what they had like, I thought it was I maybe I didn't pay attention as much the last time, but I thought it was really cool to see where they did it and all the
Got you.
paintings and all
Okay.
that stuff,
More
and to see the
aesthetics.
history, and then they went from there. And then they walked him out, and he said he was like, "Did you know that they used to do it horse and carriage, and now they get flown off in Air One
Okay.
or the helicopter,
Okay.
whatever it's called." And I thought that was really cool. He was talking about history, and he actually walked Biden out
Okay.
and stuff like that. They
Okay.
were laughing and stuff like that because at the end of the day, he still has
Yeah.
to deal with them.
Yeah.
They're ex presidents. Obama was there, which was kind of scary because there's that rumors that after in a couple weeks from now, we're gonna really see that Obama and Michelle aren't together. You haven't really seen them
No.
together. He wasn't there for, or she wasn't there for Jimmy Carter's
Funeral.
um, funeral, and she wasn't there for the
But then I
inauguration.
seen that her and Obama were out there for lunch the other day.
They were on a dinner, but that was after Jimmy Carter's, and they said that it was like kind of a it was for her
Hmm.
birthday. They went out for her birthday, but they haven't seen them together
Interesting.
since. So there's all these rumors that they're not together and they wanted to wait until this. So whatever, it
Hmm.
is what it is. I thought that was crazy because I was like, where is she? She should be there because all the other
Well,
wives were there and stuff. Like Hillary
honestly,
was there.
Michelle just doesn't give a fuck about Trump. Look at all the rhetoric that they said.
Yeah, I
Everything,
mean
no.
AOC
But
didn't
I
show
was
up
looking on
either.
Twitter and they're like,
Yeah.
why isn't Michelle Obama there? And everyone on Twitter was like, oh, he's getting his prostate examined. I'm like,
Oh, I
here
know.
comes that
I
shit,
don't
and
understand.
that it
Like,
goes to show the whole
mm-hmm.
the TikTok ban because of the same shit that's on Twitter isn't filtered, but the shit on TikTok isn't filtered because it's a
Mm-hmm.
Chinese brand, but because Elon Musk owns Twitter, runs Twitter, he can say whatever rhetoric he says, but they can't do it on
Yeah.
TikTok because it's Chinese owned. What kind of fucking bullshit is that? And that goes again the narrative that these individuals are pushing that are in these executive positions. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate the narratives from both sides. No one's right, no one's wrong.
But yeah, going back to it and stuff. But just seeing the how everything was set for
Mm-hmm.
the day for them, from going from the luncheon, and then he went and signed. I thought that was really cool that he got to sign, and just
Mm-hmm.
excluding my own opinions, because I don't like Donald
Yeah.
Trump. He's my president. He's all of our
Yeah.
presidents. We have to live with him. But at the same time, it's politics. I don't like a lot of the politics. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's ridiculous. Um, but the way they did it, and the dances and stuff, and they had the formal armed forces dance, and they got to dance with the armed forces. I
See,
thought that was
that's
really
the
cool.
history.
Maybe I didn't
Yeah.
get to see. Maybe I didn't watch it with
Mm-hmm.
Obama and stuff. I don't remember the dances or them being so
Mm-hmm.
focused on it with
Mm-hmm.
Trump and everything. But he danced with, and he was like, Space Force is here, and they were all
Mm-hmm.
happy, and it was like, that's cool. Like, he's talking about Space Force. Everybody else
Yeah.
talked shit about Space Force, and now he's like
Yeah.
propping them up. Like, Space Force is there,
Yeah.
so.
I guess there are some good pieces there, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I
There was some of them, it was jokes, like, the whole changing Gulf of Mexico to Gulf America. I was like, bro, is and everybody's like, oh yeah, America needs to say America, and I was like, is that really his? Is that why he's doing it? Or is that because there's clauses and laws against doing oil drilling in the Gulf of Mexico? But if you change it to Gulf
then it
America, it
is.
technically
Yep.
can.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've found
Yep.
a back door to
Yep.
actually do stuff like that. The whole Panama thing. Oh, we built
Mm-hmm.
it for the
We got
Panamanians
the
and they gave it to
receipts.
China. It's like, bro, you just want to do that because you want to make money for
Mm-hmm.
people that are doing that
Yep.
instead of China making money. I was confused on why they want to change Mount Denali back to Mount McKinley.
Mm.
And I was like, well, it was originally called Mount Denali
Mm-hmm.
from the Inuits and then changed to Mount McKinley, which was the president, but they said it was because he was a bad
Oh,
president. They changed it, and I was like, well, I don't know what he
yeah.
did. It's like, it's,
It's like what?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I got to do more research on that because I was like, you want to change a mountain back? And everybody's like, yeah, fuck
America.
yeah. And I was like, the fuck did, I was like, what did
I
McKinley
don't
do?
even
I
know.
don't even, was he a
Who's
racist
not?
dude? Like,
Who wasn't?
right?
Who wasn't?
I was like, is this like John Wilkes Booth? John, shut up, John.
Will you just
Listen to your
shut
girl,
up?
John.
I'm trying to watch the play.
Hey, string being fat motherfucker. Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just I don't know. I don't know what to expect with these next 4 years. Like we're what he was elected last week, 5 days ago.
5
Yeah,
days ago.
okay, something like that.
Or he was
Five
put
days
in
ago,
office
and
5 days
there's
ago, yeah.
already a lot of shit going on. I'm just like, man, it's already 5 days in, and a lot of shit is going. A lot of narratives are changing, and
He like appointed Elon Musk into stuff, and Elon's like, yeah, we promised all this stuff, but
yeah,
we're not going to be able to get that money, so we're going to have to do it a different approach. And I was like, this motherfucker's literally just saying, yo, we lied to get up in here, but we'll
I'm
find other
here
ways
now,
to do it. I was
bitches.
like, wow, he must be like,
Mm-hmm.
something's wrong with him because he's
Mm-hmm.
openly
Yeah,
saying that. Like, Donald Trump might need to
I
talk to
just
his boy, his autistic boy,
jumping the gun. Yeah,
throwing up fucking
yeah.
Nazi signs and stuff, but
Yeah,
it's all
I
right.
just don't know. I don't know what to expect with this next 4 years, and it's just the way things are going and the rhetoric that was happening and narratives that people were saying before he was elected. Like it's just scary, and I don't know. I just don't know. I just listeners, viewers, just be prepared. Take care of yourself. Take care of your families. Like do everything what you're supposed to do. You know, God intended. You know, look into the right minds of doing great by others. You know, even though there's hate and a lot of craziness that's going on in the world, just do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do. That's it. Like I know there's crazy shit on TV, but just do what you got to do. Mm.
Just do what I do. I just blend in. I don't care.
Yep, a lot of snakes in the grass. They
Dude,
turn into
you know what's
chameleons.
crazy is going from Springs to Parker and
hmm
then now down here. Like,
Oh, it's so
it's
different.
different. Like me and Donovan, we were talking about it. We're like, we wanted to fly an
hmm
American flag outside, but then we were looking, and the only person that has American flag, even in this neighborhood, is a
Oh,
huge Donald
got you.
Trump supporter. And I was like, bro, I was like, it's just an
But
American flag, but if we put it out, like, I was like, are we gonna be? Because
hmm
we're so used to it. We went from I was living in
Yeah.
Springs where it was all
See, in our
military,
neighborhood, we
so
have a
huge
lot of
Donald Trump
military. There's
supporters.
a lot of flags. Yeah.
Yeah, because
There's
you're
a lot
right
of
there.
flags here. Yep.
Yeah,
hmm
that's what I'm used to. And then in Parker, they were all Donald Trump supporters because they
hmm
all had that money. And then I'm down
It's
here and I'm
different
like,
here.
oh
hmm
shit, like it's different. I gotta start playing Mexican music,
Ay,
like,
ay, hita.
like,
hmm
gotta blend in
hmm
down here apparently.
Have
Like,
to.
yeah, that's one thing we noticed in Parker. Everybody
Okay.
waves to everybody. Like you're driving by and you see somebody
Hmm.
outside, you wave to them. I'm just so used to it.
Uh,
I'll even do it down here. So the other day I was driving. We were going out of
hmm
this neighborhood, and there was this lady and another lady, and they were working on their car. And when we drove by, and I waved to them, and they didn't do anything. They just looked at me, and I was like, they don't look like they know what they're doing in their car. I know how to work on cars, so I was like, let's turn around, let's
hmm
see if they need help. So we turned around, and they both looked like, oh my god, what's going on? Like, and I was like, hey, I'm your neighbor, like 3 houses down. I work on cars. It looks like you guys are having trouble. Do you need help with anything? They were like, no, we just looked it up. They were like, oh, we thought something was happening, and I was like, what the
Pueblo's
fuck,
different,
Pueblo? What
man.
is up with you guys?
Pueblo's
Like,
different. hmm
calm down. Not everybody. And then my brother, he was walking at Walmart, and he saw an old Subaru, like a very, very old Subaru, and it had a sticker. And he was reading the sticker on the back, and the guy came out, and he's like, yo, you got a fucking problem? And my brother didn't even say anything, and he's like, you're looking at my fucking car. He's like, do you got a problem? Are you going to steal it? My brother's like, dude, my car is like, I just bought a brand new fucking car. My car's worth like 3 or 4 times what your car's worth. I was just reading your sticker. Like, and he thought about that, and I was like, Donovan, like, this is why you have a concealed carry license. Maybe you should start holding on to it, because it's different. We
No,
can't
not
say hi to
anymore.
people
Yep.
anymore that you don't
Our
know.
neighborhood's nice. Our neighborhood
Back
is
over
chill. Yeah.
over there, it was like uh, Mr. Rogers. It was like Mr. Rogers. You would wave to people. They'd be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?"
Wow.
All that stuff. You wouldn't know them. Now here, it's just like, who's that driving by? I'll go to the front door and just look outside. Um, the other day there was like some
Uh-huh.
squirrels in my front yard. It's a crazy story. I'll tell you later about it. But I was looking at that, and then my neighbor across the street was like looking at me all weird, and it's like he probably thinks I'm like looking at him. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Do
hmm
you? Stop worrying
Exactly.
about everybody else. Just do you.
Yep. That's what I mean, man. That's what I mean.
Blend
Just
in. Blend in. Apparently, I'm gonna have to start blending in and just staring at people. The fuck you doing? Looking at my
looking behind the
looking at my
tree.
way.
It's true,
No,
man. It's like I said, just take care of yourself, take care of your family, do what you need to do, man. Like it's a very different world. It's just different, especially down here. Like certain neighborhoods, like if you know your neighbors, it's all cool. But different places, it's just yeah, just keep your head on a swivel. Keep your head on a
yeah.
swivel, man. You know, I mean, I don't have any music or movie recommendations except what, yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was
Mm-mm.
like, I don't think anything really came out
No,
this
I did
past
see
week since
Mufasa.
we
Did see
talked about it.
Mufasa.
Was it good?
There's two songs I hated in the song or in the movie, but Lin Manuel he did the music for Mufasa. But there was two
Yeah.
songs I absolutely hated. But the story holds up, and it makes sense to where they tied the Lion King as to how certain characters act the way they do because of this one. So I did enjoy Mufasa. I did. Like I enjoyed the the colors, the story, the characters. Um like it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
That's good. I think I need to start looking at it as this is made
Yes.
for kids more
Yes.
than anything. I
hmm
go into expecting like, oh,
hmm
we grew up on the Lion King. It
hmm
better be as good as Lion King, because I heard nothing
Yeah.
but bad about it. That it was a horrible movie and stuff like that. And then I was like, I'm not going to spend money to go
Yeah.
see it in the theaters. I'll just wait until it's on Disney Plus. It'll probably
It
be
will,
on
it'll
there
be
in
there. Yeah.
February, and then I can
I
see it.
enjoyed it though.
At the same time, I think a lot of movies now. There was a movie that I saw. Oh, I just recently finished fully from the beginning the
Oh,
Wednesday
okay. What'd you think?
series, which I had I had never seen it. I absolutely love Tim
Mm-hmm.
Burton and his
Mm-hmm.
style of
Yeah.
movies. I always have. I love that Danny Elfman
Okay.
did the music. The
Mm-hmm.
music was
Yes, it
fucking
was
on point.
from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep, Danny
Mm-hmm.
Elfman's done everything
Yep.
from Edward
Mm-hmm.
Scissorhand. All those
Yep.
scores were Danny Elfman. He does amazing. I thought it was a great. I
I
really
enjoyed it.
I liked
Yeah.
it. I thought it was great. I'm excited because Christopher Lloyd
Oh,
is going to
that's
be in the
sick.
next
He's
one.
old though.
In season 2. Who else? There was 2 people that were going to be in the next one. What is his name? Crazy Eyes from Big Daddy.
Rob
What is his
Schneider.
name? No, not Rob Schneider.
Crazy Eyes.
He's the one that gets his hands stuck like this in Grown Ups.
Oh,
He's going to be in number 2. What is his name?
Crazy
Think
Eyes.
of his name.
It's not Rob Schneider.
No, I'll pull it up right here. What is his name? What's his name? Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi is going to be in the second one. Uncle Fester, I didn't realize was what's his name from Portlandia.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I was like, it was like bothering me. I was like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is that? He looks so familiar. I thought it was really good. At the same time, the storyline, like, and then I did the same thing. So I finished watching it and I critiqued it, and then I took a step back and I literally no, I'm just joking.
I was gonna say.
I took a step
Fucked
back.
your own face.
Literally fucked yourself. No. No, I took a step back and I was like, this wasn't made for, it was made for teens. This is a teeny bop up to semi-adults, but it had the nostalgia for everybody that grew up on the Wednesday or on the Addams Family, because there were points in it that I was just like,
Well, have you seen the
stupid.
cartoons?
Like,
the cartoon. I hated
yeah,
the narrative that they did that Wednesday was adopted. She's not adopted in the
yeah,
real one. So I was like, why
yeah.
did you guys go that way?
Like, I loved all the, like, kickbacks to the originals and stuff like
Yep.
that. The dude with the
Yep.
bees made
Yep.
me happy as, like, I fucking love that guy. That dude was pretty cool. The points that I didn't like about it is Wednesday acted like she was immortal when she wasn't.
I got you.
And that kind of bothered me because it kind of put in that, like, I'm the superhero in this without saying you were a superhero, which kind of was cheesy.
Okay.
That was the cheesy part to me, because she was just like, she's like, I'm back from the dead, and now I'm gonna stab you. Or she said to the John Wilkes, not John Wilkes Booth, but the dude, the Pilgrim dude. She's like, I'm gonna take you out. And I was like, dude, that was cheesy as fuck. Like, you literally just got shot with an arrow, and then you pulled it out, and you were just like, I'm gonna kill you now. And I was just like, what?
Instead of taking
like,
how
you're
Christina
not
Ricci's
immortal,
character
like,
was.
you're bleeding.
Yeah.
Some of it was cheesy, but that was the parts that I was just like, this is it's for the show. This is made for teens / adults. Because I was just like, this is really a mixture of Harry Potter meets Percy Jackson meets Tim Burton. That's what it was really, really, really around the Harry Potter story, in my opinion. Because they were like, these are the these are the vamps.
These are the
these
sirens.
are the cliques. But they made her. It was like, here's Harry Potter with technology meets Tim Burton. Because they were like, you don't have a TikTok.
I can see that.
You need a phone. He gives her a phone at the end. And I was like, that was stupid. Whatever. And then I am mad that they've already announced that she will be a lesbian.
What?
So I was like, that's stupid. Yeah,
No.
I thought I told you that. That the LGBTQ ABC group said that they were upset that she was fixated on a boy, that she needed to have a lesbian, or they were going to boycott it. So they said that they were going to change it. Because that's how it is. Disney has changed it. That's not even
the original story. Like,
that's what I was just saying, dude. Why does she have to have a love interest in the first place? Just let her be a character. Why is the Kool-Aid Man have pronouns now? Like,
my god, that's the thing that kills me with Hollywood and the things that people overstep their boundaries. I know everyone wants to be included, but if the story wasn't written that way, why are we changing it to appease others that feel they're excluded? Just enjoy this piece as a piece in history. Don't try to change it.
That's her
It's
character
just a
was just a character.
character.
Let Wednesday be Wednesday. Let her be that morbid, I'm
Yeah.
sad,
Yes.
emo. Like, I was just like, I was
Dear
just like,
Diary.
yes, let's listen to fucking, yeah. Fucking put the bangs down and everything. Even in the first season when she was talking to the guy in the
The
diner who
guy,
ends
yeah.
up being the fucking
Spoilers, yeah.
Hyde.
Mm-hmm.
He was yeah, oh yeah, spoilers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. I'm the one that's way past it. Everybody's like, you haven't seen it? I was like, all right, I'll watch it. Um, then he was just like, I thought we
Mm-hmm.
had a thing. I
Mm-hmm.
thought you liked me, and I was like, bro, what the fuck
Yeah.
signs were you
Yeah.
thinking of,
Yeah.
bro? Like, that
It
was
was
forced.
forced.
It was forced, and they're gonna force a
That is
relationship of
so
the female to
stupid.
female because of that. And I was just like, this is
It
dumb.
just changes narratives of story where they can't even just be anymore. Like, I wanted to try to watch this series called Industry, and it's kind of like Succession, the show I've been talking about. But they force sex scenes and sexual orientation that has nothing to do with the stories. So it's just people just having sex and different sexual orientations. Like, why are we doing stuff like this?
I think that's why I told you that I couldn't really get into Game of Thrones. I
Oh,
think a lot of Game of Thrones, it was like, bro, why do you need all this? That's kind of why I like House of Dragon more, because there was still that like weird like Damien trying to get
niece?
with his
But it's the
his
same
niece,
thing.
like, but but at the same time, it wasn't like constantly like sex scenes
Yeah.
like on Game of Thrones. That's why I was just like, bro, at that point, you're just a fucking horny writer, and you just wanted to throw this in there. Like, that's why it was on
Yeah.
HBO.
HBO gets with,
That's
yeah.
how
Yeah.
HBO
And
is.
and Industries on HBO.
It's same thing with like
Yeah.
Euphoria,
Euphoria was that
right?
too. It
Euphoria was
was.
very like, oh, this is
Yep.
teens,
Yep.
drugs, sex, and
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus, like, okay, I saw tits, like,
I've
I'm
seen them
good,
before.
like, what? Yeah, tits, I just want to squeeze.
I
How were they?
yeah. It's just but that's TV now. Like we said earlier in the episode, Instagram is being that way, Twitter's becoming that way. Like it's just sex sells
Yeah,
all the time. All the time.
yeah, and it's not. It has in the 90s, 80s,
Yeah,
70s. It
but
was
it
all the
wasn't
same
as
way.
like
It's just you don't
yeah.
need to change it to where you're like Wednesday wasn't unless I don't I mean, I watched The Addams Family. I don't remember her having like
She didn't.
crazy love
It was
interest.
more focused on the
And
mom
then
and
the
dad where
story
they were
didn't.
just mi amor,
Yeah.
like, but it wasn't like it was just kissing.
What about the one? What about the one? Not the series, but the actual show. That
Yeah,
was Christina
yep,
Ricci,
yep. They
right?
were
The
both
movie.
Christina Ricci.
Did she
She
have?
had no
Did
love
she have a
interests.
love
None.
interest?
None.
I didn't think
There
so.
was no love
Yeah.
interest. The only love interests were the mom and dad and Uncle Fester and Joan Cusack. That was it.
That okay. So then I was reading. That's where I wanted to kind of like tie back to what we were talking about, the whole
Mm-hmm.
bad baby thing and stuff like that. Wednesday was made to look like a 15-year-old, even though she was
Oh,
23 when
okay.
she filmed that. And she
Yeah.
looked super. She looked like a teen. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
sexualize her at all. And then I went on Twitter to read some stuff about it because I was trying to like get more into the story and I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to see how other people thought. And men were like, "Oh, she's so fucking hot," like all this stuff. And I was like, "Bro, she's supposed to be 15 years old." Like they even made her flat chested. Like, what are you fucking? You're. It's
People look for
weird.
that.
I was just
People
like, "What the
people look for
fuck
that.
is
They
going on?"
always do.
They're like, "Oh, that's so hot," and then you got those other people on YouTube where the
Mm.
dance, because I was like, "Oh, the dance." It was a homage to all the old Wednesdays. They did one from a music video from
Mm-hmm.
way back in the day. Her dance was pretty cool. I thought that was cool. And then I remembered it became a
Mm-hmm.
TikTok thing, and I started watching people doing the TikToks, and I was like, "Why are your tits out? Like,
There's no reason
like
for it.
what?
Yeah,
It's just a fucking
yeah.
dance. Like, you
There's
don't
yeah.
need to be like that." They're like, "I'm so goth. I'm so goth now. She's my hero. I get to wear eyeliner." And it's like, bro, you're not goth. Like, your other videos are you in
Yeah.
bikinis with your fake tan. You're not
Mm-hmm.
any close to it. No, you don't know chord, the one chord on the piano should hit you, and it doesn't. We all know what that chord is if you've been through that. So
Yes. Black Parade.
I saw a video. I saw a video of the guy. He's like, "Dad, look, this is a little kid. He's like, Dad, look at this song I learned how to play." And he hits the chord, and the dad like drops the milk, and he's like, "Don't do it, son! Don't do it!" And he's still playing it, and his his nails turn black, and his hair goes all long. It's so funny. And he's on the counter singing it, and the wife comes in, and she's like, "Son, you're never supposed to play that." And she looks at the dad, and she's like, "Get off my counter! I just cleaned it."
you can't get rid of
It's
it.
so good.
Yeah, social media is very sexualized nowadays, and it's always, and it's just getting worse. It's just getting worse. Like you said, sex sells, but it's like at this point in time, why is it always that? Why is it always that narrative? Always.
It's always that, and then it's like there's no more like gray area anymore. It's like one side, this side on the
Yep.
line.
Yep.
It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy how that works. Like, we're gonna shut you down and all this stuff, and you're gonna change Wednesday to be like this. We hate people with their tits out, and then they're just like, we're gonna ignore all these people on this side that are like, we
Yep.
make $50 million because I had sex with 100 people,
Oh
and
my
somebody
god.
broke my
Fucking
record, so I'm gonna do
stupid.
1,000 people.
Stupid shit.
And I was like, ugh,
Stupid
who the
shit.
hell? I'm depressed after I did this,
I
and
want
I
people to
want
feel
people to
bad
feel
for
for
me.
me. And
You
it's
see
like,
Dwight Howard said that shit?
hold on,
He was like, she took
what?
that idea from me. I was gonna have sex with 100 women. I was like, this motherfucker, bro.
Dwight, you were gonna have sex with 100
Thank
people.
you.
You ain't
100
100
women. It's 100
women. It's
people.
100 people.
Yeah. I was just like, dude, but didn't Shaq say he was gonna do that too? You're just trying to be like Shaq. But Shaq's not, you're not like Shaq. Like, I just, we're just,
There's a reason why Shaq went to go play in Thailand.
not Shaq,
Or not
Dwight.
Shaq, Dwight. Dwight,
Right,
sorry.
he's like, best of both worlds. Giggity. Giggity.
On the outside, they all look like women, which is scary as shit, dude.
I
I
couldn't go
could
there.
never go
Couldn't
there
go
just
there.
because of that. Like it's so crazy seeing videos of people and they're like, I met my wife at Thailand, but if you know, you know. And I'm like, wait, what? And then I was just like, and then I caught on and I was like, bro, like that girl is
It's eye
that's
opening.
crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
It's eye opening. Mm-hmm. Yep. They have a lot of transgender population out there. Mm-hmm.
A
Yep.
lot.
A lot.
A
A lot. A
lot.
lot of lady boys.
I saw this guy. I saw this one guy. He was walking through them, and they were just grabbing him like left and right. And he was just giggling. And I was like, "Bro, those are guys pulling you." Like,
And you're going through the red light district. What you think they thought you were hot? They just trying to take your money. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yep.
it's just crazy. But again, make your money. Do you do what you need to do? If that's you, T and I, we talked about this. Even people that we know, we're
Mm-hmm.
just like, "Wait, what?
You're doing what now? You're doing
What is
what
going
now?
on?"
Kudos to you. Whatever makes you happy. Um, just yeah, whatever makes you happy.
We're just gonna be some unks over here talking shit, not knowing what's going on in the world anymore. Welcome to
That's
the
it,
Wild Wild
bro.
West.
That's it, sir. That's all it is.
Say it with your chest because you know what? Every day we learn something new because that's how old I was when I learned
Mm-hmm.
it. So
Today I was. Mm-hmm.
that's
That
it.
was it.
That was a wrap up,
That's
man. That
we
was a wrap
talked
up
on
of
some good
everything.
stuff.
I think that's
Mm-hmm.
everything we talked
Yep.
about, right?
Yes, it was. Notch. You know how life is. It's always random. It's always cool sometimes. It's
It's
cool
cool
and
and
it's
it's random.
random.
Very cool and random.
But again, guys, for the wrap up, make sure you guys are following us on every social media platform. Podcast your favorite listening platform. This is your favorite podcast out of Colorado. Make sure you guys go to YouTube, like, subscribe, chit chat, notification bell, cool hub, cool attire shop to purchase everything. And just, yeah, just
T launched the Patreon, and I
and
got to look at it. It was pretty cool.
patreon.com/jam and notch. Please go over there. We're gonna
Yeah, that
try
was
to
pretty
curate
dope.
some more things, some exclusive stuff for our Patreons that want to waste more time with your boys Jam and Notch. So yeah, that's just America.
Make sure you share. That's all you got to do too. Is
Share.
just share. Share with your grandma. Share with your dog. Share with your lady boys. Whatever you want to do, just share.
Just share. Just share it. Hit the subscribe button and just share. It's so easy.
By episode 100, we're gonna do the whole song from Animaniacs, where all you guys come from. I want to go United States, Mexico, Canada, Panama, Peru. I will learn it
That
if we
would be
get that
good.
many
I love
from
that.
all
If
over
we
the
get
world.
all that, Nacho will sing that song from Animaniacs. I know you 90s babies know.
Shit, I'll learn that.
We might have to put the
I'll
map
learn it
up
quick.
too.
I'll get a map. I'll fucking wear the little hat and slap. I'll learn it on the map. I'll do the whole thing and everything. And then the next one we'll do the breakdown of ice cream and stuff.
Oh
What we think
shit.
about ice cream and
And then
what's
we'll
in it and
do
stuff.
F, U, and N. F is for friends.
F is for fire that burns down the city. U is for
Bombs.
uranium bombs.
Until next time, y'all. Life is cool.
Life is
Peace
random.
for episode 3-2.